Runaway robot. Welcome to DieFall, episode 1 of season 2 is what I'm affectionately calling it because everyone died. Well, most everyone died. But it was definitely an interesting time last week. If you guys didn't get a chance to see it, it's okay. This is a great spot to jump on in. We got a lot of new characters coming in, and we also have a new player. Ryan, Mr. Professor Sacrum, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Professor Sacrum. Here on Twitch, it's Prof_Sacrum. On YouTube, it is Pokemon Planet. On YouTube, I do a lot of biological Pokemon analyses and Let's Plays and all that stuff. And on stream, I do random things. So there's that.
Good. And we're glad to have you here. And thank you, Rob, for getting us the invite for Mr. Professor here. And hopefully we play the game and no one dies immediately. So basically what I want to do is a brief recap of where we left off, and we'll get around to our new characters and stuff as it plays within the story. So we come back into our scene where basically it's a flashback of where our heroes died. They're surrounded by these automatons with their wrist bows drawn and firing after an execution call from a captain of the Opal Daggers. They had been captured, some mistakes were made, and then they were killed. We don't really know what has happened in the intervening time. All we do know is that Ignas Erdrick, the gnome artificer, was the sole survivor, but has been unconscious for quite some time. So Ignas, we come to maybe it's 4 hours later, and it's in the mountains. It's cold. It's dark. The snow has been falling, and a light dusting of snow covers you, where your eyes open, and you see the two moons in the sky, as bright as they are, and you're in a wet ditch. The cold wetness has seeped into you and is starting to freeze in the cold night. Your hands are bound still in chains before you. And what would you like to do?
Look around, see where the heck I am. Is there anything or anyone in this ditch with me?
So you kind of roll over, you're sore stiff. You have a couple of crossbow bolts sticking out of your body still. Your armor seems to have taken some of the impact. No, they were like, one was good like collarbone shoulder shot, and the other one kind of took you in the gut. Your armor did a pretty good job of preventing your death, but you were knocked unconscious. So you roll over, and in the dark of the night, you see two figures in this ditch beside you. It seems that you were just haphazardly tossed off the road, and then you've been lying there since you fell unconscious. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, fun times. Let's see. I think we talked about this before. Can I extract a like hairpin or lockpick that has been squirreled away in my sleeve?
So yes, we were talking about how I was going to have to make you do rolls for these things if you wanted to attempt to do them. So you've rolled over, and you've got this stuff. You've got these bolts in your body, and you see these two shapes lying in the ditch next to you. And you kind of roll back over, and you want to try to unbind yourself, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and we'll go to our new stats screen, which is going to be a whole lot of fun. And so what I'm going to want you to do is you're going to try to make basically it's a thieves tool check at disadvantage, because your hands are bound. So we are assuming that you have this piece of a lockpick like stuffed away in a sleeve or something like that. So you're going to make an attempt to unlock the chains that bind you, essentially binding you to the other two bodies lying in this ditch.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to go ahead and make, I think it's just a dex check.
I may or may not be able to click on thieves tools. And it does do a roll.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe you pull out that pin and you're fiddling with the trying to get the lock open, and maybe you drop it in the muck. You don't seem to be able to get the lock open at this time. It's definitely a struggle.
You
And
said I'm chained to 2 people still?
yes, yeah. So you have chains that are attached to something in the ditch, and then there's a set of chains there that attach it to the next body that is lying in this ditch.
All right, I'm gonna.
You know who these are. These are your companions, your friends, and it looks like either they are unconscious or the worst has occurred.
All right, I'm gonna-
Crossbow bolts and blood seem to be visible even in the dark night, as at least because the moon is high and you can see a little bit. You also have dark vision. So in your dark vision, since there's no color, some gray dark blood is visible on some of their clothing. And you can tell that your 2 friends, as in so much as you might call them that, McSwiggins and Desdin are lying in this ditch, chained together to you. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll squirrel away the lockpick for a later attempt and see if I can't shake them awake.
Okay. So
Look for
you
signs of life.
sure make an investigation. It's not a hard one, but
Not
make
a
an
disadvantage.
investigation. 16. They're dead. It seems some were taken down by the same crossbow bolts that yours were and succumbed to their wounds thereafter. Or in the case of Desdin, it seems even after he was probably incapacitated, there were some slashes and things to his neck, face, and body. Remembering before you fell unconscious that there was some altercations between him and the captain of the Opal Daggers group that had captured you. It seems maybe there was some anger after he had been struck down. As you're investigating these bodies, you still have these crossbow bolts and you're still bleeding out. Darkness takes you, and you fade back into unconsciousness. You awake later to the sounds of turning, squeaking wheels, this hoof beats hitting the stone of the mountainside, and you're again looking up in the dark towards the night sky, but the crossbow bolts seem to be missing from your body. Bandages have replaced them. And you seem to be under a blanket in the back of a cart. Yeah, you're unbound, you're unchained, and you seem to be resting there or purposefully put there and moving in some direction.
Let's see. So an inside a cart or like on top of a cart?
So it's like you're just in the back of a cart, right? Like it's, I don't know how else to describe it. It's got 2 wheels. It's attached to a horse in the front.
An open air one.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Yes,
So
you
I
can
see
still
the
see the
driver?
night sky. You wake up on your back, and you're able to see all of this.
So if I sit up, can I see the driver?
If you sit up, you see what's behind you.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So you see
up, turn
the
around.
mountain road, and it's inclined downwards, the peaks off into the distance that you can see in the night, reflecting against the moonlight. The snow is still slowly falling, and the continual creak of the cart and the plodding hoofbeats seem to continue.
Right. So then can I sit up and turn around and see who's driving the cart?
Yeah, you slowly turn around. So go ahead and mark it. You have 1 HP. You're freed from your unconsciousness, but pretty hurt.
1 HP.
And you get up and you turn around and you see a small, kind of stocky form, shrouded in a black cloak, that seems to be driving this small cart.
Hello?
There's a shift, and maybe a little bit of surprise, and a voice turns basically, the head half turns around and calls back. He says, "Oh, you're alive! Well, I expected the worst from you."
Well, I'm glad you didn't go with the worst. You're the one
Well,
who
we
bandaged me up?
Indeed, me and my friends, we were sent to, recover you and whatever's left.
Friends? Who's friends? What friends?
She kind of gestures around, and says, "Friends, they're around."
Uh-huh. Would those friends be opal daggers?
She gives a laugh and says, "No, of course not, my lord. Please, come sit here. We have much to talk about."
All right. I'll get myself up and, can I actually see if there are people around?
Make a perception check.
Yeah. Because those always go well. They sometimes
19. You're able to spot basically flitting black shapes up on the hills of the mountains that seem to be shadowing the movements of this cart.
All right.
You get a brief count, and you maybe get 3 or 7, or you're not super sure.
All right. Well, just clamber myself up and sit down beside this person.
Yeah. So you sit down and you look over, and you see a dwarven woman, and she has this dark, like, unkempt brown hair, and she's just wrapped in this really dark black cloak, and she has a long scar that kind of runs the edge of her right cheek as you sit on her right side. And she looks over to you and gives you a smile, and there's one gold capped tooth sitting in the front, and she says, "Well, I didn't think you'd be able to make it up here, but I'm glad we found you alive. Your friends didn't look so good."
No, they didn't.
No.
Did you leave them there?
Well, we did what we could, but they're buried in the hillsides.
Well, I'm glad you could at least bury them.
She gives a slight nod in understanding. As she kind of puts the reins in one hand and sticks out her right hand, says, "Don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting, my lord. I am Ari Goldhand, daughter of High Lord Goldhand, or, well, I suppose I run the house now."
Take her hand. Glad to have met you on today of all days.
She gives another little chuckle and she says, "Earl Reese sent us. Said, he knew where to find you. Talked to your father. I don't know, something about magic in the head. They can talk to each other."
Was my father there? Among the bodies?
"No, we only found you and your 2 friends. I suppose he was with you then."
He was. I need to talk to Earl Reese as soon as I can.
"Lucky for you, that's where we're going."
Wonderful. Then I am going to get some much needed rest.
Yep. So you go back into the back of the cart, grab that blanket, and get some shut-eye?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Best
Okay,
night ever.
so we kind of take this point where you spend your time there. You end up meeting with Earl Reese at his war camp. He provides you with shelter, food, and the materials to recreate some of your lost goods, weapons to replace yours, and the time that you need to rebuild and acquaint yourself with all of your magic. During that time, yeah?
Weapons and armor, right?
Yeah, so you have your armor, your weapons.
Okay.
You have a new bag of holding and a new satchel, alchemist satchel. Be aware that it took you 8 days to make all of it.
Yeah. Bag of holding. Trying to find the alchemist one.
I'm not sure if that's actually in the compendium. I think we manually added that.
Alchemist supplies? No.
No, I believe
I'll
it's
just manually
satchel.
add it.
Okay. So yeah, so you've made it there safely, without your former companions. You spend just over a week, basically resting, recovering, and rebuilding. And we had talked about this earlier. You wanted to venture down to the city.
Yeah.
Okay. How would you intend to do this? You wanted to take a look at Heat of Unroll's tower, maybe see if you could find your father, etc. Now,
Yeah.
Earl Reese, in this intervening time, has advised against you going back to the city. The city is in turmoil. It seems that with the fall of the High Lords and the lower houses taking control, the city's been split up into districts ruled by each of the various companies, mercenary companies and or otherwise, that the lower lords all support. The only outlying lower lord, I guess, house is the Heroncrest house because it lies outside of the city. It's basically a minor fortress of itself. You know the Heroncrest to have been loyal to your family for generations since the founding of the city of Erdrick. But that seems to be one of the only ones that is unaffected by the goings-on within the city. Within the city, the people are scared, not sure what to do, and there seems to be less lawlessness, essentially, runs through the city at this point. Each district has its own set of rules set by each of the different companies and the lower lords that rule that said district, and it seems to be quite a dangerous place.
Have you read Oathbringer?
That's the new one, right?
Yeah.
No, I haven't read that yet. No spoilers.
Okay. Because there's a part in there that describes pretty
No
much
spoilers!
Now.
I don't care. No spoilers. Don't tell me that. What the hell, man? That's not nice.
Never
So
Anyway.
you want to go check out the city for yourself?
Yeah. So what I wanted to ask was this war camp that you're talking about. How far
Mhm.
away from the city is it?
About 2 days north.
Oh, geez. Okay. So I'm basically committed once I actually go.
It depends on how much you want to be doing there. Earl Reese has definitely made it clear that he would rather you stay. But it's definitely, you can go. I mean,
Well, the big question is, does he know anything about my father?
So you go have a conversation with the Earl, and he basically lays it out as, I've had conversations with your father, but they seem to have ended. Let's say you have this conversation when you arrive, hopefully not on the brink of death. I lost him a couple hours ago. I can't seem to be able to reach him as I have before.
Which means that he's either dead or... Well, that's still worrying. Then, I mean, the way I would go about it, getting into the city, would be to use my ability to disguise myself and use that to get in, and use that to at least make my way around over to the tower and to wherever else I need to go to figure out what's going on.
Sure. So, which direction are you trying to get into the city? Basically, the big front gates, or through? Because remember, there's the city is set up in 3 rings.
Right.
Right. But outside the bottom outer ring, is essentially the like. It's like the slums outside. It's a bunch of dilapidated wooden houses that seem to be set up kind of ramshackly. They're not permanent homes, but they seem to be growing more permanent. But it's definitely the poorest section of Erdrick that lies outside the outer ring. Then there's the gates at the outer ring, and then you have the inner lower ring, which is where a lot of the manufacturing stuff happens. A lot of the workers live down in this area. And then you have the middle ring. The middle ring is a little bit nicer, but it doesn't hold any of the ruling class. It holds some of them, but definitely not any of the High Lords. All the High Lords were up at the top, the uppermost ring. but there's a couple gates that kind of go around because the city sits backed up onto a mountain. So you probably have the southern facing gate, you'd have an eastern facing gate, and you'd have a western facing gate.
Which direction were the orcs attacking from again?
So
west, right?
the larger forces, which is essentially where you are with the Earl, is in the north. They've been pillaging and killing everyone in the mines up on the northern side. You did experience some orcs and some other things on the southern edge, in the caverns there, but you don't really know.
Suppose I'd try coming in from the south.
Sure.
Yeah. Then can I then disguise myself as someone who looks like he's important, but is not actually someone famous enough for the guards to immediately recognize?
So I mean, you look
Someone
like
well-dressed, but not like, the dude.
A merchant. You look like a merchant gnome that's attending or coming to the town, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. So the spell you have lasts an hour.
Yeah.
It probably takes close to 45 minutes to traverse directly any of the rings.
I wouldn't need to be disguised, or I wouldn't necessarily need to be disguised the entire time, just as much time as it takes to get inside.
Sure. So let's do it this way. For the sake of brevity of the situation, for you to get inside, we're gonna make one roll here, okay?
Yeah.
With your magic, I'll say that you have advantage on this roll because you'll be using it as necessary.
Yeah.
I think we make a. Oh, trying to think what would be the best way to handle this. Because you're not trying to be unnoticed, but you're just trying to be ignorable. Someone has a lot of background noise, and I can't tell if it's laughing or crying, and I'm starting to get a little bit worried about it.
Dude, this dude?
Sorry, that's on my end, I think.
Oh, okay. Sorry, dude. I was like, I don't know if I should be concerned.
No one was hearing that. I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't
it's
even
okay.
hear it. I was
Anyway.
afraid it was my vacuum of a computer.
No,
Constant.
I was getting worried about someone needing help. So,
No,
I
it's
think
fine.
for this, do you have a disguise kit as well? No.
Do I? No, I don't.
Thieves,
I need to
knives,
get
thieves'
one.
tools. Because I think all of this falls under a deception.
Okay.
You're trying to deceive the world of who you are in one way or another, utilizing magic and or otherwise. So I think in this case, make a deception check with advantage because you will be using magic over this course of time.
Okay, double checking that I'm using advantage. All right. Come on.
18.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Good for the advantage. Nice. So you're able to basically sneak into the city and get whatever you need. You book lodging at a local tavern near to the tower that you're trying to stake out, and you're able to spend a couple days there basically putting together some information. So when we had talked about this previously, some of the information that you wanted to know about the tower was people allowed in and allowed out of all of the of the tower itself and of the grounds. So you're able to see that most of the servants tend to like the cooks and things like that. They come and go basically to gather food for whatever cooking they need to be doing. But it seems they live on site. The stable hands seem to live within the tower as well. It seems that some of the guards, some who wear the armband of the opal daggers and some who don't, are free to enter and leave as they please. It looks like there are 4 or 5 guards stationed at this single front gate. There doesn't seem to be any other way in. Basically, you have a 150-foot high tower, and surrounding that is like a large 15-foot high wall, and there's one gate in. So it's yeah, that's kind of what you're able to gather in this situation.
How high was the wall you said?
15 feet.
15 feet. I heard 50.
No, 15.
Thought it was a front wall.
So, and you're able to gather there's about 3 guard shifts every day. There's one that kind of takes over from the overnight shift in the morning, and then they leave about the early afternoon, and then they're replaced by the ones that go to the evening, and then the evening ones are replaced by the ones that guard overnight. There seems to be 3 shifts guarding the gate, and they tend to patrol the walls. Walls are thick enough and large enough for at least one person to walk across them all the way around. You also notice while you're in this intervening time, the opal daggers are there's a lot of them here. They seem to have a guild house nearby that may or may not interest you in any way. But it seems that a lot of them stay either in the guild house or have homes in this general area, which makes sense, being backed by Heat of Von Rolls. Yeah, so in the tavern that you stay at, you return there every evening for a couple days. You also notice that there seems to be a man there who is also watching the tower. Maybe he needs something from it, or is trying to find a way inside as well. He seems to be a little less inconspicuous about it, but no one seems to bother with him. Either they keep a wide berth. But his visage is a little unnerving. But you see him, and he seems to be staying at the same location that you're at. At this point, Malicos, you, over the last couple days, knowing that there's some information you need from Heat of Von Rolls in some way, shape, or form, or something that's in her tower, you've been watching this little gnome merchant stare at this tower for days on end, and most people don't seem to pay any mind, but you're not really sure why that is. He returns to the tavern that you're staying in every night for the last 2 or 3 nights, and you're not really sure what to make of it.
Do I know that he's a merchant?
Looks like a merchant.
He definitely looks like a gnome merchant. There are definitely dozens of them that run throughout this city. So he looks like a well-to-do merchant, but he seems to be missing some very conspicuous things, like goods to sell and attendants and guards with him. And rather than staying in one of the nicer taverns as would befit maybe his station, seems to be in kind of this. It's not a run-down place, but it's definitely more quaint. He seems out of place, much like you do.
All right.
But he seems to have the same interest in this tower that you do.
Oh, I have an interest in this tower?
You do.
So, can you describe the scene then? Where are we at?
So Ignas has come back to the tavern after a long day of documenting the ins and outs of watching the tower, and maybe you're sitting at a table or by the fire, and you see this merchant gnome walk in, and the sun is setting, that kind of thing.
I'm gonna approach the gnome, and I'm gonna say, "Hello, gnome. What brings you here?"
Hello. I'm just a humble merchant, here to sell my wares.
I'm curious. Well, welcome. Welcome. I'm just passing through.
Oh, really? What do you do?
Well, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Just making my way through the world.
Really? I had a couple of friends who were like that.
Indeed.
They're dead now.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I guess we all deal with grief in a different way.
What a conversationalist.
Wow! Oh my god.
They're
All right.
dead now.
They're dead now.
Oh well.
You haven't seen
He's
me play
not-
Life is Strange, have you?
He's not wrong.
May I ask what are you selling?
Oh, this and that. Mostly weapons, gems,
Oh, gems.
whatever I can get my hands on.
Oh.
Wonderful. I was wondering, do you have diamonds?
No, just opals.
Oh, okay. Very well. Well, pleasure to meet you. I shall be on my way. I'm gonna walk back to where I was.
Sure. So you go back to your chair next to the fire, and your weird, unblinking eyes stare into the flames for a time, and you're lost in thought again.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna take a moment real quick and did that guy ever blink?
Weirdly enough,
Blinked.
he did not at all. I don't know. So we never got to Malicos. What do you look like during this conversation? We've gotten to the point where you have unblinking eyes. It's weird and it's unnerving. But what do you look like?
It doesn't really matter. That's all the people look at, anyways.
Sure. What?
Okay, so I didn't really think about this. I kind of have a general idea, but we'll just wing it.
Sure.
I'm pretty tall for a half elf. As tall as they would be, maybe like lower 6 feet, something like that.
Sure.
I'm just wearing common clothes right now, and I carry a stick with me. Mostly, I use it to walk on, and I have long white hair, and my skin is a bit pale. But
Would you
I carry
call it the
myself-
paleness of a corpse? Is that close to what you would say it is?
I'm choking on Twizzlers. It's not as pale as a corpse, but I carry myself very properly. Like I always have my head up, that kind of fashion.
Sure. So you definitely have a highborn bearing, I guess would be a good way to put
Sure.
that. Yeah.
So with that said, I'm just gonna take a point. Would I know anything about sorcerers?
Would you know about sorcerers?
Yeah.
That tends to be a little bit outside the realm of things you know. You deal a lot within what would be called wizard magic. But the way that magic works in this world is that all of it is drawn through the various aspects, right? Because each person has to draw their magic from somewhere. And so whatever aspect you feel most attuned to is generally where you get your magic from. It just doesn't necessarily take the form of like divine magic like it would if a cleric was like worshiping a said aspect. They would garner divine magic. But the reason that the magic exists in the world is because of these aspects. They're basically able to tie into the lines that they have and draw your magic from them. I don't think you would. I think I would. Let's see. Make a history check for me, please. And I think we're gonna try to see if you can recall any type of sorcery or sorcerers from maybe books you've read or things like that.
All right, hit regular history check.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, geez.
Oh my gosh.
He saw right through me.
I know everything.
So he doesn't know technically that you're a sorcerer. That would probably involve more of like an insight check or something like that. He's basically trying to recall information about sorcerers. So you know sorcerers, they deal in a different type of magic. They're either tainted by some form or they draw it physically from some type of being.
And they have a staff, and they're a little bit weird.
You have heard of types of sorcerers who have quirks. They don't breathe very often, or they may not blink so much. But basically, this comes from like a fairy tale story in a book you read maybe when you were younger, and one of the maids would tell your sister if she didn't go to bed on time that the dark ones will get you, the dark ones will get you, that kind of thing. And she would be described as they're pale skin and they're so cold to the touch, and they have unblinking eyes, and they'll turn you into frogs, and that kind of thing. So you know these things exist in some format of like there's stories about them. With that kind of check, you know that they actually did exist at some point, but you're not necessarily sure if they still exist now. You've read books about sorcerers from the past who have either been chosen of some aspect or another, who tried to exert their will on the mortal plane to bring their aspect more power, and that sort of thing. So you know that these things exist, or have existed in the past.
All right. So one thing I forgot if you mentioned, you said that his character has noticed that I've been staring at the tower. Have I noticed that he has been staring at the tower as well?
Yeah, it's kind of weird that you both kind of take post at opposite ends, and you've both done like circuits around and have been taking notes and things. It's a really weird situation to where like you both exist in the same space but have been ignoring each other because you have your own things that you're trying to do.
Okay. So
but
in
you
that case,
both stay
I'm
at the
gonna-
closest tavern to this tower. You spend your time looking at it and taking notes. Yeah.
So yeah, in that case, I'm gonna get up and walk over to his table.
Sure. So he's actually taken up a kind of a wooden chair. It's not very cushiony or anything like that. It's just one of the chairs in the tavern. It's sitting by the fire. I mean, it's dark. The chill has come over the mountains, and so he's kind of just got a chair by the fire and seems to be staring into the flames.
Mind if I join you?
Oh, goodness. You startled me. Please, by all means.
All right. I'll just sit down next to him.
Sure. So you pull up a chair and you kind of sit across from him where this fire is, and you're warming yourself against it. Yeah.
So I seem to recall I've seen you around Hida von Roll's tower. What is your interest in her?
I'm not sure who you were speaking of. I
Big
like to
tower,
wander
walls,
around.
Lots of guards.
I have no interest in this tower. The time I spent here is just wandering around, looking at various sites and keeping to myself. I don't want to bother anybody.
Oh, that's a shame that you had no interest in the tower because, if you did, I would certainly have a lot of information about it. But, you have no interest, so I won't trouble you with anything like that.
What kind of information are you talking about?
I thought you had no interest in the tower.
Well, you have piqued my interest, my good gnome.
Oh, guard patrols, timing, who goes in and out. But I'm sure you'd have no interest in that.
All right, I need to take an out of character break for a second.
Yeah, go for it.
I have no idea what I'm doing here because we hadn't talked
Yeah.
about this. So could you?
Yeah. Well, we didn't get an opportunity because I've been way too fucking busy. But so for you on the day of your father's death, you received a letter. And in that letter, it was from your mother, who has been missing from your life for quite some time. And in this letter, it goes on to say, the day you receive this, something terrible will have happened. I'm sorry that I'm not there to comfort you, but I need you to come find me in Erdrick. Something will have happened, and you will need help, but this is all I know.
Okay.
So, on your travel up to Erdrick, you've been looking for your mother. Through talking to people on the way there and being in Erdrick, it seems that there was a rather powerful fortune teller, someone whose fortunes she told always came true in various forms. They seem to be somewhat vague, but if she said something terrible would happen, something terrible did happen. And it would happen soon. And she seemed to know exactly what was going on. The description that was given definitely matches what you remember from your childhood about your mother. So it seems that she did make it to Erdrick, as that letter had said. But in the turmoil of with the High Lords and being ousted and the Duke going missing, etc., the city itself is in turmoil, and it's hard to find any concrete information about things. But while you've been there, and you've been there for a much longer period of time than Ignas has, probably 3 or 4 weeks, just looking for information on where to find this person, it seems that she had taken up residence within Erdrick for a time, but was later maybe not captured, but confronted by some of the Opal Daggers and then taken away. You're not really sure where she ended up, but rumors have pointed you towards the tower, because Hida von Rolls is essentially the main benefactor of the Opal Daggers. So for you to find any more information about your mother and things like that, you think that you need to confront, find, or talk to Hida von Rolls. The thing is, for as long as you've been here in the city, you have yet to see her. People go in and out of the tower. Ignas, you'll have noticed this for the last couple days. So some of the lower lords and their retinues will go in and out of the tower, and they seem to be having some form of meeting there, but it doesn't seem that Hida leaves.
Yeah, that's
that you
something
know
I
of.
forgot to ask about. I never saw her.
Nope. You did not see her.
And how many days have I been watching that tower?
3. But Malikos here has been here for weeks. Oh no!
Busted.
Has been here for weeks, and you've been chasing rumors, Malikos, but it seems that, like, even speaking to like the beggars of the street who know maybe more than anyone else, that Hida von Rolls would be the person to talk to try to find this person. And it seems that Hida had taken an interest while your mother was there in Erdrick in her powers of being able to tell these fortunes. Now, there's no real reasoning behind it that you can find, but it seems that's your best bet.
Okay, so I'm looking for Hida von Rolls.
You're trying to find Hida / your mom.
Roger. Got it.
Yeah.
What was the last thing you said, Ro?
Well, I happen to know, guard patrols, the shift changes, who goes in and out, but I'm sure that'd be of no interest to you.
Oh, well, it's funny. I keep hearing this name, Hida von Rolls, but I've yet to see this person. Do you know of this person?
Oh, I know her.
Oh, how so?
Oh, I'll get to that in a minute. You say you haven't seen her. How long have you been watching that tower?
Oh, I've only been here a few days at the most. As I said, I'm just passing through.
Uh-huh.
So in general, because you are lying to him, I need you to make a deception check. And Ignas, please, will you make an insight check?
All right. Let's see. Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ. I rolled a 1.
Yep. It actually, it unless you roll a 1, it does not matter what you roll.
I still
it
won,
doesn't.
though.
It's a crit fail, so he automatically fails.
Oh, okay.
So like I said, as long as you don't roll a 1, you win. So you see right through. He's not telling the whole truth here. You don't know if it's about the why he's here or the amount of time he's been here or that he's just passing through, but something isn't right.
A few days, you say, and just passing through. Is that why you also happen to be staying in the same tavern as me and keeping a close eye on the same location as me?
Sir, I don't know what you speak of. Is there another tavern that I could take a look at? This one is not that great, after all.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that. Well, it's a shame because, I'll be honest, if our interests had aligned, I would have suggested perhaps we pool our resources, team up, as it were. But if you insist that you're just passing through and you'll be gone, all
May I
too
ask,
soon.
what is your interest in the guard tower and this Hida person? Is it Hida or Ida?
Hida, Heida.
Okay.
He
Hida.
finally spelled it out for me in Discord, and I'm so happy now.
I spelled it the first time you met her.
I don't remember that.
That was
That's fine.
13 episodes ago.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Wait, we met her 13 episodes ago? Never mind.
No,
don't
you
know, whatever.
like probably 5 or 6 though.
Yeah. There we go. I've completely lost the thread. What was I saying?
I asked what your interest was in the guard tower and her.
I need to speak to Hida von Rolls as soon as possible. It has to do with my friends.
Have you tried just knocking on the guard tower?
Have you?
Indeed, I did.
And what was the result?
They wouldn't let me in.
The result for Malicos was he got to the guards at the front gate, didn't have an invitation, and was summarily turned away.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not knocking on the guard tower for that exact reason. I've lived in this city my whole life, and I know for a fact that that would not work, which is why I'm watching the tower, as I believe you are, for the exact same reason.
Smirk goes across my face. Well, you are quite the little gnome, aren't you?
I like to think so. So how about it? Shall we pool our resources? Share information?
Yes, I believe we can do that.
Good. I'll stick out my hand.
I'll shake his hand.
Wait. Dang it, I forgot.
Down,
I need to think of a fake name.
It's Rel.
You know, I never realized until just then that, hey, maybe I shouldn't be giving my actual real name. Okay, so I stick out my hand. Iggy.
Iggy Merchant Man.
Such a strange name.
Merchant guy.
Iggy Mercanto.
Jiggy with it.
Mercanto. Yeah.
Mercanto.
Mercanto.
All right, I'll shake his hand and say, such a strange name. Something a child would say.
Yes, well, my mother wasn't the most mature of women, I guess.
Was a child.
Also,
My mother was a Wait.
real quick check. When I
what's
shake
up?
his hand, is it cold?
Malicos, is it cold?
No, because I don't have that quirk.
Okay. All right, so then I'm just gonna arch an eyebrow, but also notice that, hey, this guy's still not blinking.
Yeah, no, he hasn't blinked the entire time you've been talking to him.
Oh, that's unsettling.
Yeah, it's just he's got these dark eyes, just looks at you the whole time, and he speaks in that smooth voice and just never blinks. Yeah, it's a little weird. Ignis, it's at this point in time you realize your hour's almost up, and you're about to drop your entire disguise.
Well, if you'll excuse me, the hour's getting late. I must go. Bye. Let's get up and just quickly walk back to my room.
Look at
Yeah,
him curiously.
yeah. Yeah, just make a general insight check for me, Malicos.
Sure.
Dude, dang it.
I need to leave my sheet up. Keep
I
forgetting.
forgot. There
No,
we
that's a
go.
good idea. It's
Oh yeah.
a
Insight.
general insight. Yep. Something ain't right about that gnome. That's what you know.
Really? Iggy
Something ain't
Mercanto
right.
Seems weird.
Yeah.
Who knew?
I thought he was a fine gentleman.
That conversation was weird. He was, he was dodging a lot of questions, and then he ran off real suddenly. You're not sure. Something's off about him. But if he is telling the truth about his interest, as far as you can tell. Your unstaring eyes did not notice any lying ticks, but he does seem to have some quirks about him. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I just looked right at Professor's camera, and now I'm a little unsettled. That was weird.
I missed it. Oh no.
I missed
Oh
it.
God, his eyes were so big.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So
Overly attached professor.
yeah. So this is we kind of finish up the intervening 2 weeks. And I kind of want to do a little background thing here. Ignas and Malikos, you've shaken hands, you've decided to start sharing information. Do you begin to watch the tower together and spend some time doing these things?
I would want to coordinate where we should like be during the day and what we should focus on. Yeah.
Sure. So I mean, it generally you're kind of doing the same thing that you were doing before, but you're just now sharing the information with each other. Ignas, you get I would call it a phone call, but it's more of like it just goes into your brain message.
A brain call, if you will.
Yeah, Earl Reist Sertens basically says, "Well, now that you've seen how the city is, I need some of your assistance. Please return to the camp immediately."
Can I send a message
you
back?
can respond back. It's like 20 words that you get.
Okay.
It's like a
oh my
tweet.
God, I gotta.
It's
write
essentially no speech. Just basically you got to give it a yes or a no, and it ends with, "Bring the pale one with you."
Okay. I'll see if he wants to join me.
Sure. So it's the culmination of your 4 days that you've been watching this, and you need to or per Reist, you should come back. So you're both sitting again in your same 2 chairs by the fire, maybe enjoying a glass of something, exchanging what you've noticed about the tower over the day. And Ignas,
So, you told me before that you were just passing through, and even though I think we both know where our interests truly lie, I was wondering if you would be willing to take a break from our observations and join me in meeting a friend of mine. He may have more information that could be useful to us.
Who is your friend?
I don't want to say his name here, but he's a man of high standing in the city, and he does know Hida von Rolls personally. And he recently contacted me and asked if I would return to his place, let's say. And he also specifically asked me to bring you along.
Curious. Have you told many people about me?
I haven't told a soul, which is all the more strange how he knew you.
And where is he located?
He's about, and if I get the direction wrong, I apologize. He's about 2 days south.
north.
North.
Well, it's very much out of my way, but I'm curious to meet your friend. Yes, I shall accompany you.
I think it will be a rewarding encounter.
Okay.
All right. And then-
So you continue. Basically, you've agreed, and you continue sharing the information from the day. Strange as it is that whoever this person that Iggy, merchant, whatever his name, Mercanto, has told you, must be a very powerful man indeed to just know these things.
So one thing I
it-
wanted to add on, one thing that
Mhm.
I wanted to focus on in the observations of the tower as well is everyone's faces.
Everyone's faces.
I want to be able to, I want to study people's faces well enough to be able to use disguise self as them.
Yeah, sure. Make a. I'm gonna make you make a check to see if you remember well. How about that?
Okay.
How about?
A memory check.
I was gonna just say, let's just do a straight intelligence check, but I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, hang on. I think I'm trying to see if there's anything better in here for that. But I think
Wow.
intelligence. Yeah, so just do a straight up intelligence check.
Okay.
23.
Dang.
You definitely have about 4 or 5 of the different faces that you've committed to memory.
Right.
The thing is about your spell, the ones that you can use based on your height are some of the stable boys, and some of the essentially the goblin house servants that you've seen, like the gardener,
All right.
that you've been
Any of the
able to see
guards?
from outside. You're too short. You've noticed that most of the guards are human, if not all of them.
That's racist.
Is that how disguise self works? You can seem
you can be 1 foot shorter
Okay,
or
yeah.
taller.
Okay, so I can't be too tall.
Could be a
Right.
short
Human height.
person.
Yeah, you're. So the thing is about gnomes, you're like maybe not even 3 feet.
Right. I could be a dwarf, but I can't be a human.
Correct.
All right. Okay.
So that's kind of what you've been able to figure out.
Thanks for
So
linking it, or did I do that? Never mind.
disguise self, that
Yeah.
was you.
I didn't mean to, but okay.
I'm glad you did. So you set out, because it's at night, you set out the next day to head back to Earl Reist. Malicos, you don't really know what to expect out of this, but you have your walking stick and your curiosity, and you guys begin to head northward. Both of the, I mean, Ignis, we basically did your check to see if you were able to fool everyone. They essentially think you're a merchant. Any of the guards or any of the people, and it doesn't seem anyone has accosted you or done anything. It's a little odd, again, that you haven't sold anything as a merchant, but no one seems to be too bothered. There's a lot of things going on in the city right now that are taking people's attention, especially a lot of the common folk as well as the company men. So it's not super unusual that you're being ignored. Again, Malicos is essentially an oddity in the city, but there's a lot of things going on here that basically no one has time to devote a whole lot of attention to figuring out the oddity. So easily enough, you guys leave through, let's say, the eastern gate, and you start heading north on the northern road. And you kind of spend the next 2 days going back to where Earl Reist is. About a day into your travels, a dark cloaked figure meets you on the road, and Ignis, you immediately recognize this as Ari Goldhand,
All
and
right.
she says, "About time. You're in that city for forever. This is the pale one that Reist was talking about. Glad he came."
Yes,
Who are
this
you?
is-
I'm gonna ask, who are you?
As she approaches you guys on the road, she gives a flourish of her cloak and bows. "Ari Goldhand at your service. I guess I'm now the High Lady of House Goldhand."
Yes, we know. This is Malicos. I met him in the city. He has a particular interest in Hida von Rolls.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I just need to have a conversation. That's all.
Yes, and I
So
was,
she looks over to him and looks. She says, "Do you want him dead too? Or do you want him dead too?"
want
No,
her
of
dead?
course not.
Well, maybe once you get to know her.
So she says, "Well, come along then," and basically just kind of walks with you guys on the way there. So Ignis, during this time, you can't keep your disguised self up the whole time. It's just
Do I have a
not
hood?
something you have the ability to do.
Do I have a hood?
Sure, you have a hood,
Okay.
but your fine merchant's clothes disappear on you after 4 hours, since I think you can only manage to hold it for 4 total if you recast the spell. Because you have 4 slots.
I think I have 3.
All right, then 3 hours.
4
So-
spells, 3 slots.
Is this something that was divulged to me during our discussions, or am I surprised to see?
I don't think I would have ever brought it up, at least while in the city.
Okay.
So on this road that you've been traveling for the last day, at some point in time, Iggy doesn't look like Iggy anymore.
No. What is wrong with you, Iggy?
What? I'm still a gnome.
You seem to be different.
You now see that there's this worn leather armor with some piercings through it. There's a satchel at his side, and he seems to be he has a spear and a crossbow. He seems to be much more outfitted for adventure than he was for merchanting.
Are you selling this spear?
No,
Who would buy
I'd
a
like to keep
spear?
it. Let's just say
Look
I
at your
had reason.
armor. Did you try to steal a wolf pup? What is going on?
Did I try to steal a wolf pup? What?
Yep, maybe you
No,
have
I
furred
don't think
armor.
I stole a wolf pup.
Well, it's all damaged, right?
Oh yeah. That's true. It's got a lot of damage marks on it.
Let's just say I had reason to not want to show my face while in the city.
Looking at your face, I can see why. But let's continue forth.
Dang, I love it.
If I were a lesser gnome, I'd take offense at that, sir.
That's good. Yeah. Do you decide to explain yourself, Ignis, in any way?
I think at this point, would I realize that it was an illusion?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're figuring it out real quick. That insight check, this is starting to click, right? You're like, something's wrong with that gnome, and then now all of a sudden he looks real different. You're like, that's magic. I know magic. That's magic.
Okay. I won't reveal that I know, but I'll just. Oh.
Well, I mean, it's kind of obvious that the spell wore off.
Yeah,
True.
so it kind of like fades out, and he looks really different. Sounds the same though, but he looks different.
All right.
So that happens in that first day, and I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to talk about other than during your
I
travel.
was gonna ask. Is this the friend you wanted me to meet?
No, she's going to take us to him.
More friends? You didn't mention more people. Please, how many
I'll be
people
honest,
know that I was there?
Ari turns around and says, "Well, all of us now. We've been watching you." And she kind of gives you the thing, and then she gestures around again to in a very similar fashion that Ignis saw when he was in the car. She's like, "We've all been watching you."
Well, I never.
We take high interest into someone who might be the future Duke.
What? Now look at Iggy. Duke.
My word, him, the future Duke, you don't say.
What are you talking about?
I wasn't aware you were a famous man, sir.
I must say, you've dragged me out here. I wish to return. Take me back.
Oh, all right. Look, I was just having a little fun with you. I'll be honest, I didn't know that they were watching us, although I probably should have suspected or have been told.
Ari looks at you and nods like this, like, always watching.
Even in the bathroom?
Always.
That was the
And she
creepiest thing
gives a little chuckle and like readjusts the daggers on her belt and then just continues forward ahead of you guys.
I'm going to choose to ignore that for the rest of my life. Anyway, I haven't been completely honest with you, as you may have seen. The disguise was a ruse to get into the city because Peter Von Rolls has a particular interest in me as well.
And who are you, Iggy? You're not a merchant, obviously.
No, my name is Ignas Erdrick. I am the Duke's
fourth.
son.
Viscount Ignas Erdrick IV.
Esquire.
Viscount Ignas Erdrick IV, Esquire.
And heir to the dukedom of Erdrick.
So,
Heir to the dukedom of Erdrick.
Robo,
That's
with
true.
my background, like my family background, would I know the Erdricks or?
Yep.
Okay.
A lot from the city that you're from, being basically rampant with magic users, right? And various competing wizards. Most of them get their gemstones from Erdrick. Only the finest jewels and gems are found from the mines in the north in the Spine. So at some point or another, you've heard of the city of Erdrick, and you've heard of at least the things that come out of there. Obviously, spending time in the city of Erdrick for the last couple of weeks, you know that the Duke's been missing. You know that the High Lords have been either killed or their houses dissolved, and it seems that the House Erdrick has been in bad shape.
All right. Would I know like the family Erdrick?
Would you know
After the
anyone
city.
specifically
Like,
the
not
people in
like-
the family, or
Not specifically the people, but the name, or well, obviously the name, but what I know of the family, basically, like the Duke and the son, and
so you
like
I
would
don't
be
think
like,
you would.
oh, okay, now I know who you are, or
You would know that the Duke has children, but you maybe wouldn't necessarily know who they are.
okay,
They're definitely less important to the people there. I think spending time in the city, you might have gathered that information because you've been searching for rumors.
right,
And one of the major rumors floating around is either the missing Duke, the death of the Duke, and either the death of his son or his missing son. And how like basically the entire hierarchy of the ruling class of Erdrick is just in shambles.
sure,
So that would definitely be part of the rumor mill that you've been chasing.
okay. I'm gonna look at Iggy and say, son of the Duke, the dead one.
The one that I hope is not dead.
There's many rumors floating around the city and the lodge where I was staying about the Duke being dead or missing and his son being killed.
Not for lack of trying, but no, I am alive. And the friend that we're going to meet is Earl Reist. He'll have a better understanding of what's going on in the city and what's going on with Hida von Rolls than we will.
All right, I'm gonna.
We would definitely know Earl Reist Malicos. That's
Okay.
the thing. You know that name.
I know that name. Earl
Yeah.
Reist.
Mhm.
I know that person.
It's so why you would know that is because the Earl is a known magic user that was from the south in your city hundreds of years ago now, and basically it's a legend of him going north and starting the city of Erdrick with the Erdrick family and fighting in a war there to claim the land from the orc tribes that lived there.
Okay.
So you know him as basically an old elf, old by elf standards, right? So he's still young, but a powerful magic user from your city.
Okay. So I'm gonna say, Earl Reist. That explains why he knew who I was. I was here. Something like
Yeah.
that.
And that and Ari turns around and says, "Well, we were watching you too, but yes."
Of course.
So I think having resolved some of this, you guys continue your way to Earl Reist's northern war camp. And I think at that point, this is where we'll take our first break. And when we come back, we will have Earl Reist, the camp, and some other people. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 5. And welcome back to DieFall Part 2 of Episode 1 of Season 2. CouchBum, that's really unsettling. So right before the break, essentially we have both Ignas and Malicos traveling with Ari Goldhand, this dwarven woman, who seems to have some friends who have been following Ignas around for the last week or so. And they're traveling towards Earl Reist's war camp. So over the next day, they continue northwards through the mountains, and they come to the camp. So you guys are approaching the mountainside, essentially where this camp is laid out. You see really like palisades of like wooden walls set up, and it seems they've tried to set up some kind of fort up here on this mountainside. So you can see the tents inside as you're approaching, and there seems to be hundreds, if not thousands, of either soldiers or people within this camp. So you get to the front of the gates, and there's definitely some guards standing there. And Ari kind of just waves at them, and they smile and wave her on through. And you guys continue into the camp. As you continue forward, Ignas and Malicos, you hear some whispers of some of the soldiers saying that the Duke's son is back, Ignas is back, and they all seem pretty happy about that. That you're not dead again, and that you did come back from your brief journey. So you see a rather large tent that's sort of set up in the center of this war camp, and Ari, as she leads you through, she pushes the tent flap open and motions you to enter. As you both enter, there is a large table set out. It looks very similar, Ignas, to the one that your father had in his office, where essentially there are a bunch of like little figurines and troop movements and a large map laying out on top of it. And there you see, and actually in his full armor for once, you see Earl Reist Sertens. He has a shining plate armor, a large two-handed sword strapped to his back, with the eagle wings at the hilt, and a winged helm sitting on the table at his side. He seems to be leaned over and poring over the map. His long blonde hair is tied up behind him, but some of the strands seem to have come loose and maybe obscuring some of his vision as he looks at the map.
I thought this dude was a wizard.
As far as you know, he's a magic user. So he looks up and he sees Ari and you guys come in. He says, "Ah, good, Ignas, you've arrived. Ari, please come in. And this is Malicos, so I've heard. My, you are a pale one."
Yes, I spend a lot of time inside.
And he looks at and those eyes, so unnerving. Please come.
I'm gonna blink manually.
Yeah. He chuckles it. No need to do that for my sake. And so he gestures. He says, "Friends, please come." And as you come in, you notice to your left, two other people seem to be standing there. One is a fiery-haired elf woman, and another is a chainmail wearing man with a shield strapped to his back. And they seem to be. They seem to all have been waiting, and it seems they have been waiting on you. And Reist basically gestures to all of you and says, "Please come around the table." And he looks at all of you and says, "Ignas, I do believe you know Darian Heroncrest, the son of one of the Heroncrest family from outside the city, and his companion Miera, correct?"
Miera.
Miera, my apologies.
I step forward and extend a hand to, or no, I step forward and kind of put one fist on my chest in a salute to Ignas, and I say, "My lord."
Good to have you here. I remember House Heroncrest. Always loyal to the Erdrick family.
Yes, absolutely. Have you any word of your father?
No, I was hoping you'd heard something.
No. Unfortunately, me and my companion here have yet to hear anything in our travels.
Earl Reist takes him and he says, that seems to be one of our problems, but at this point, I think it might be the least of our worries. I don't believe Hida, if she does still have your father, would have killed him. She'd rather use him for something, either leverage or... I'm not quite sure yet, but our immediate need is here. And he looks to each of you and says, "We are losing this war. We do not have the people and we do not have the supplies." And Rel, are you really clipping your fingernails right now? I swear.
Dang.
Are really?
Yes.
All right, dude. That's kind of gross, man. So
What? You can't see it.
Hear it.
okay. Can definitely hear it. But anyway, so and
Right.
he looks at you and says, "We're losing this war. The Greyskins are winning. They have some form of foul magic on their side that their warriors do not die when we kill them, and some of them, when they do die, kill us with poison. It's not something I've seen in a very long time, and I'm getting very concerned. With this here in the north, and the pressure from the south of Erdrick with the various warring companies, infringing on our space. I don't believe the Golden Eagles will hold this for much longer. And this is where all of you come in. If I can make such a request. Ignis, I believe you might owe me a little bit of a favor here for saving your life.
I suppose I do.
And Darian, I believe I can depend on you. Though, Miera, I'm not we haven't known each other very long, but this will be a dangerous mission, but I believe your companion will need all the help he can get.
After seeing his battles previously, he's gonna need all the help that he can get. I'm gonna have to save his ass once in a while.
Probably. And
Well,
he looks
now,
over to...
That's not entirely
That's not a female
accurate.
voice. Come on now.
And he looks over to you, Malikos. He says, Malikos, I knew your mother. And I believe we will have to have a conversation rather soon. But first, I need you to do something for me. And he kind of looks around at all of you and he says, we have found where this warlock, necromancer, shaman of an orc, the advisor to the king orc in the north, where he resides. We have found an entrance to the caves underground and hopefully to his stronghold. I cannot spare any more men to try to fight their way through. Ari here will take you to this side cave, and you will find and stop what this man is doing, this orc is doing. And we need it to happen soon.
You won't need to spare any more men because you've got all you need right here.
I'm sure I do.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I assume that means that they know that I'm a sorcerer.
From what you can gather, it seems Earl Reese knows a lot about you.
Okay.
Where he got this information from, you don't know.
Okay.
But he doesn't seem to be divulging anything to the rest of the party, but he seems to be trying to get your help out of this by dangling something in front of you.
Sorry.
Right.
So he looks at all of you and then he gestures down on the map and he says, here, this entrance here into this cave. Go down there, and hopefully, by the aspects, hopefully, you will find the stronghold, and you will be able to stop him. I know not what he does to make this magic happen, to make his warriors not die, but it is a dark magic I have not seen in a very long time. And I fear the worst of its origin.
You've seen this magic before.
He looks at you and kind of gives a wry smile and says, I've been alive a long, long time.
Of course.
I've seen many types of magic, and this one just reminds me of a chosen I once knew, who was then corrupted by the aspect of disease. And then the dead walked. For many decades. I don't want that to happen again. And we seem to be the only thing standing in the way of that. I think that our gray-skinned king in the north doesn't know what he's signing up for here.
All right. Suicide mission, perhaps. Business as
Well, hopefully not, but we won't know until you're there. Hopefully, with your small number, you're able to get in, either kill him or stop whatever he is utilizing as his magical source, and then get out alive. But without that, I fear that we will not last.
Well, there is... Sorry. Let me try that one more time. Well, where there is dark magic, the light will be there to meet it.
Yes, Darian, I believe that is a good way to look at it. And I believe you are just the man for the job.
And Malikos looks over at Darian, like eyeingly, suspiciously, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe scaredly. Who knows?
Miara's rolling her eyes in the back while feeding her panther.
Oh yeah, and it's
Oh,
at this
yeah, by
point.
the way, there's
It's
the
about. It's
panther.
at. I forgot about
We
that.
forgot
It's
to
at this
mention
point.
that.
You notice that Miara is a little distracted, and there's this dark shadow behind her, and it is a giant cat.
Oh, a kitty. I'm a
It doesn't seem to be.
Spotted that with passive perception.
Yeah, you would have. I totally forgot about the panther, though. That's my bad. There's just a big old cat there. Whoops.
Malikos is a little excited, walks over to the cat and tries to pet it. Hello, kitty.
The panther Balmiar looks a little askance at you, not knowing whether or not you're a friend or a foe, but essentially doesn't move and is waiting for Miara to make a decision.
I just look at him, give him a little glance and a nod of, it's all right. We'll try to be
And so
allies for now.
He looks up and he kind of leans into the pet a little bit. And he's like, get behind those ears, man. You know I like that.
Malikos gets behind those ears.
Yeah, and it just a low rumbling purr is coming out of this panther, and you seem to have made fast friends with the shadow. Yeah. So coming back, and Reist looks. Well, now that you are all acquainted, Ari will show you to your tent, and then lead you to the cave in the morning. Hopefully, with her and the hand's help, we should get you there, undetected, and you shall be able to begin your task. Good luck to all of you.
All right, so quick question. Among the things that I would have recovered while at the camp, would that include the thieves' tools and tinker's tools?
Yes.
Okay,
You would have
good.
been you would have been restocked essentially to where you had left off, except for you have an empty bag of holding.
Right. Okay, well, goodbye to all of the booze, for one thing. Let's see. All of the gems, all of the
Yep.
money,
Mm-hmm.
the tents, the arrows, the torches, the potion of animal friendship, that would have been nice, and the random loot from dead bodies.
Yep. It's all gone.
Okay,
Sorry,
then.
bud. Sorry, bud.
I hope I can get that bag back at some point.
You can make that a goal for your character.
That is well, actually, I know of one goal, but that would be a sub goal.
So, yeah. So the night passes. You guys are led to a tent and provided with food, shelter, a fire. Miara and Darian have been in the camp for a couple days now, getting themselves acquainted and basically waiting again on Ignas to arrive. Yeah. So, is there anything you guys would like to accomplish in the evening here, or would you like to progress the next day?
I would like to speak to what's his name, Reist.
Sure. Yeah.
I'd want to do the same in private.
Everyone was okay. You want to speak to Reist? Do you want to speak in private as well, Malikos, or just
Yes,
here in
private.
the tent? Okay. Sure. So let's say Malikos returns to the tent first.
Okay.
And you're in and you knock, let's say, on a tent pole, and the two guards there outside kind of give you a sidelong look because you look a little weird. But you hear a call from the inside. Come in.
I walk in, say,
Yep. The guard pushes the tent open for you, and you're allowed in.
what is his title again?
He's
Earl?
High Lord Earl Reist.
Let's call him Earl Reist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Reist, you mentioned that you knew my mother. I was actually looking for Hida von Rolls. Rolls?
Yeah.
Better.
So it's ROLS rolls.
Rolls. Hida von Rolls, because I am under the impression she knows her as well.
From the information that I've gathered, Ida has your mother. You took an interest during the intervening time when she was here into her ability to tell fortunes. Quite an ability that was, too. I heard through the rumors that they all come true. It's a curious thing in itself. In the turmoil of the city, and now the companies owning various districts, the hand has told me that your mother was taken to the tower.
To the guard tower.
To Hida von Roll's tower, yes.
Interesting. So, in order to, let's say, rescue my mother, I must help you.
I will provide you the ability to get into that tower if you help me with this.
Well, it seems like I don't have much of a choice.
That's kind of what I'm hoping.
I don't like being played like this, Earl Reist.
No,
However-
no, I wouldn't either.
However, I accept your offer. Do the others know who I am?
I think maybe Ignis only knows as much as you've told him. I've had people watching you for quite some time, but I don't think anyone knows who you really are.
I would hope to keep it that way,
Of course.
and I'll bow to him and walk out.
And so Ignis, as Malikos walks out of the tent, Ignis walks in.
As I walk
yeah.
by him,
Now serving number 2.
Yeah. Number two. And so Reese, as he watches Malikos go out, watches a very small gnome walk in and says, I figured you'd come back.
Yeah, although I'll be honest, I was tempted to stay.
What can I do for you, my lord?
I think we both know what my objective was back in Erdrick.
Indeed.
No word from my father still.
No.
No indication
Hida
that
has-
he's still alive.
If he is alive, I'd be able to reach him, unless he's been somehow magically blocked from me. Which, Hida von Roll's tower is notoriously private to magical eyes.
I actually have not seen her come out in the time that I was there, so... Very
A wizard's
curious.
tower is a strange place. She may not need to leave ever.
Oh. Pity. Well,
I have the hand watching the tower for her movements.
all
As
right.
I had them watching you, we will know.
I don't mind going on this mission for you, this errand, because I think we both agree the safety of Erdrick is paramount. But
Indeed.
once the city's safety is assured, I think you know what I want.
Well, I can promise you getting to the tower. I don't believe that our problems in the north will be over with just this mission done. But I will do what I can, as I always have for your family.
If it takes some of the pressure off the city, then that's the only opening I'll need. And then if there's nothing else, I can't think of anything
And-
else.
He
I'll-
says, "Good
Yeah.
luck."
Bow, salute. No, wait, I wouldn't bow. I'm the Duke's son.
You wouldn't.
I can't.
He gives as you turn to leave, he gives a slight bow. Yeah, and he says, "Good luck tomorrow, and thank you."
No, thank you for all your help. And
Yep.
let's head out.
Sure. Miara, Darian, do you want to do anything in the evening here, or
No, no,
get on your way?
No. Ready to
'Kay.
go.
Rest up,
So-
groom my panther. About it.
Yes, yes. Brush the panther. Yeah, clearly get some of the hair.
Is that what they call it nowadays? Brushing the
Sure,
panther?
sure,
Oh, yeah.
sure. So, yeah, the evening passes uneventfully. Basically, you just hear the sounds of nighttime camp life, fires crackling, either guards making their ways places, camp followers, either cooks in the early morning or people trying to finish some form of washing at night. And you rest peacefully. All of you are in the same tent. It seems to be a rather large tent with 4 cots arranged around it, and you're able to place your things down and rest. In the early dawn, you are greeted by an Ari Goldhand walking into your tent and saying, "Well, it's time to go. Let's, chop, get up."
Oh boy. Another mission. All right. Let's go. I'm just gonna, get up, compose myself.
And she's like sitting there just like,
Can I
"Let's go."
can I find someone? Can I before we actually leave? Can I find somebody who has a flask?
You just want a flask? Are
A
you saying that
flask
in
with
character, or are you
alcohol.
just? Oh, let's say you got one in the city at some point.
All right. Then, as I wake up, I'm gonna pour a bit out for McSwiggins.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh,
His
Okay.
buddy.
Ari looks at you and goes.
His morning piss.
Ari looks at you and goes, "Weird way to waste alcohol, but come on."
I just recap the flask. I don't
Gonna get
drink.
Go, I guess.
She gives this weird look and she says, "Well, find me at the front gate. I'll have me and the boys ready to take you where you need to be. Hopefully not your graves." And she gives you a smile, that gold tooth shining in the morning light, and wheels around and leaves the tent.
All right. Get my stuff ready to go and head out.
Cool.
When I walk out of the tent, the light it's light outside, I guess.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The light is kind of blinding me a little bit.
Okay.
Like, I can't see.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, so you guys walk to the front gate where she is waiting, and there's her in her customary black cloak, hood up, and there are 5 other black cloaked figures there. You can't really tell any features because you can only see their eyes. They seem to have either bandanas or scarves drawn up over their mouths, and they're all standing there waiting for you.
Where
It does-
can
I mean-
I get a black cloak like that?
Ari looks at you and says, "Gotta take the oath of the hand."
Never mind.
She goes, "I wouldn't suggest it anyway. It does something a little weird to you." And
Like that you watch people in the bathroom.
she goes, "No, I do that on my own." And she says, "Come along then." And so you guys leave, and she's leading you. And as soon as you exit the gate here, the 5 other cloaked figures vanish off out into the mountain trails. You quickly lose sight of them, and Ignis, you're able to keep track longer than a lot of other people based on your high passive perception. But even you eventually lose them into the cover of the rocks and the trees and the crevices of the mountains. You spend a good half a day traveling with Ari, and eventually come to a small cave entrance. So it's about midday. The sun is high, though the clouds seem to be rolling in for either more snow this evening or maybe just some cloud cover. But you have arrived at this small opening in the side of a mountain about halfway up. And Ari turns to you and says, "Well, I've done my job. This is the entrance here. I would say good luck, but I don't think you need it." And she kind of gives a wink over to Darian. And she says, "Me and my boys will watch this location here. But really, though, good luck. We need this to work, or we're all going to die."
Oh, no pressure. And no worries. We'll do our best.
Sure. So she kind of just waits by the thing. And do you guys have any other preparations you'd like to make before you enter the cave?
Let's see. Who do we have with us in terms of races?
You have an elf, a half elf, a human, and a gnome.
Okay, so we got one person yet again who can't see in the dark.
You gotta have one.
It's not me this time.
You gotta have one.
All right. I'm also going to assume I got the standard Dungeoneers pack.
Yeah.
I forgot what was on my list. I shouldn't have deleted stuff.
Yeah, maybe, but it's okay. You can add it all back.
Yeah. Well, it was full of a lot of crap anyway. There we
It's
go.
true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aside from the money, though.
The money, though. I know. The tragedy that is the money.
Oh, it's so much money. Anyway, yeah, before I go anywhere, I'm just gonna take the torches that I have out of the Dungeoneer's pack and just hand them to Rob.
Okay.
Ah, thank you, my lord.
Yes, well, I traveled with a human once. You'll need those. I won't.
Oh my god. He's not wrong. Okay.
So how many of those?
10.
I believe it's 10.
Okay.
Yeah, standard 10 in a pack.
Okay.
A lot for you to carry, but that's a lot of torches.
Why the hell is this not?
I
There
mean,
we go.
Ignis could hold on to them in his bag of holding for you if he's willing to do that.
I mean, if it's really that much weight, then I can.
I mean, in reality, it'd be cumbersome, but I'm not gonna like make that a problem.
Then screw it, just for the sake of simplifying things.
You just hand him a torch. How about that?
Yeah, sure.
From your bag.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So in that case, I'm gonna say that you guys are entering the cave here, and I'm gonna give, I think, what is torchlight? It's like 20. Dim starting at.
So I just have a torch counter on my thing. I'm gonna consider.
Yep.
Can I just combine like mine with whatever he has in his bag for me?
Until the point that he either doesn't have it or is incapacitated or is dead. So sure, why not? You can do it for right now.
Okay, I will have a Ignis torch counter and a Rob torch counter.
All right, that works too. That works too. Yeah. Okay. So, do you guys proceed into the cave there? Cave proper.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
by the
going
way,
to be hesitant and say, I'm not a fan of the dark. What?
Could've fooled me. Come on, I'll start walking in, but yeah.
Sure.
That's all right,
Okay.
my friend. You have two very capable warriors with us, a very experienced and war-torn. What am I saying? Battle-hardened lord, and yourself. What sort of arts do you take to in on the battlefield?
The battlefield? I've never been on a battlefield. I like to think that I have a mind for strategy. So if you will all just do as I say, we shall get through this no problem.
A man of strategy. I prefer action.
And that's what gets you in trouble, Darian.
All right. So you enter the cave, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Per the strategist's request for some strategery. Hopefully this all loads. Yeah, there we are. Let me go ahead and get all of us scrolled on over to that on
geez.
stream.
Oh, there I am.
There we go.
Oh yay! This is what it looks like to not have dark vision.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of
it's
fun for
good.
you, my man. All
I
right.
will never
This is
know
what it looks like to
that
have dark
before.
vision.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, so this
So-
is what I wasn't seeing.
Yeah.
Everything.
And his is crazy too. He can tell you about it later, I guess. But Jesus, dark vision is nuts. So yeah, you enter this cave. It's dark, damp. You can hear water dripping off the stalactites, and you wander in, and it's a little damp feeling, and you notice that immediately that there's cobwebs and webbing all over the place, and it's kind of a struggle to like pick your feet up and push through it and stuff like that. It's definitely not an entrance that's been used a whole lot recently, but yeah, you're inside here. So In this case, you guys feel free to arrange how you would be progressing through this. Who's in front? Who has the rear? And we'll have our first dungeon crawl on the channel here.
I'll
would
take
just-
the front.
Yeah. Okay.
The only request I have is that you stand behind me because I can't see if that torch is in front of me.
Very well, my lord. I will be right behind you.
I'm going to be
man.
right behind him.
I'll cover the rear
Miara,
with
where are
Balmiar.
you in Balmiar?
Miera and Balmiar will cover the rear.
So they're in the. So Ignis is leading the party,
Oh, God.
As he often does.
as he often does. Actually,
Balls
Miara,
in
can
the
you
hole.
check real quick to see if you can pick up Balmiar's token? Because I believe you
Yes,
should
I
be able to now. Yeah.
Yep, I can now.
Excellent. Good. I wanted to make sure that I had fixed that. So
Yes.
in this case of us doing a dungeon crawl like this, please proceed forward slowly, maybe no more than 3 blocks at a time, because sometimes things happen, or I need to tell you about things or describe things, and so it is wise to not charge headlong into things.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Right, and so it's an update on drop system for your site, which means you will not be able to see anything until you get up to it. All right. So as you guys go deeper into this cave, and the light of the outside begins to fade behind you, it becomes more and more, I guess, claustrophobically full of webbing. There seems to be spider webs all over the place, and on the ground,
Vile.
sides, in the ceiling.
Spiders. Why did it have
yeah.
to be spiders?
Yeah. So-
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. So you can continue moving forward. There's nothing like here. You're starting to notice that these webs get denser as you move forward.
1,
Typical
2, 3.
for a orc clan to find the most vile cave to hide their sorry asses in.
Sure.
I find that inordinately funny. All right. 1, 2, 3.
You don't need to count them every time.
Yes,
just
I
like
do.
be aware that moving slowly is okay. So you come forward and you're starting to notice that okay, now they're crossing your path too. So you're gonna have to find a way to even get through these spider webs if you want to continue on this route.
You know what I should have done is taken a sword with me, but yeah,
Do you have a blade, my lord?
I don't. But well,
Oh, I
no,
have this
probably
dagger
should
you can
try and
use.
Burn them down. No.
No, that's okay. I have this sickle I can lend you.
Oh, thank you. And I'll just use that to
Hand
sort
me
of.
my sickle.
I'll just put this dagger back. Whatever.
Sure. So you slice out at the webbing there. I need you to actually make an attack roll with that sickle.
Oh, Lord.
So I'm not exactly sure how you're gonna have to do that. Gotta make sure you cut it.
Is
Hey,
it
who
magical?
attack rolls?
No, it's not magical. It's fine.
Actually, what I was
so
going to
you-
ask
you-
was: is it magical sentient or no? Is it magical sapient spider web?
You don't know yet, but no, you take the sickle and you cut down from the side and it tears
Okay,
away.
yeah.
It seems to stick a little bit to the sickle. Yeah, it hits, dude. I'm just giving you a hard time because you don't use a
fail.
sickle
Crit fail.
ever. Yeah, I was just like,
A spider
I mean, if he
comes
does
down
crit
and
fail,
hits him.
yeah. He cuts himself with it and then gets wrapped up in the web or something, and it's like, well, that's it.
Falls
Yeah,
down a
it's
hole.
over. So
I just keep hacking away, but it just won't go.
yeah, you're able to cut yourself through this web here, and you can proceed forward.
Just careful, Rel. If there's any webs on the floor, there might be a hole under them.
Well, I was just
Oh,
thinking
is
about
it?
that. Would my passive perception work for traps?
It does sometimes, yes.
Oh, fun.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I'm not gonna say all the time because there's gonna be an occasion where his passive perception's not high enough, and I can't say that it happens all the time.
All right.
But yes, it does. It does
Anyway.
function in that regard most of
Moving
the
forward.
time.
I'm
Yeah,
just
so
moving forward 3 at a time, just so that A, I don't go too fast, and B, people have a chance to catch up.
They can catch up. With you.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see how the passage narrows and you can continue on.
Up a little bit. Actually, sneak up a little bit more. I peer around the corner first.
Sure, you peer around the corner and you don't see a whole lot going on.
All right, it's gonna move a little bit slower. There's another corner to peer around. I don't see anything, and I don't like it.
I share your sentiment, my lord.
I can't see. You're in the way. Thank you.
Just bumbling through the cave. Just
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah, being led by a gnome who's only claimed to leadership. Professor froze, maybe.
Oh no!
Yeah, I think he did.
Oh no! He is frozen.
Oh,
Poor
no.
guy.
Oh,
That's a good
Oh
shot, though.
no!
Somebody take
you
a
handsome
screenshot.
boy.
Look at how handsome he is.
He's making eyes at me, and I'm not sure I like it.
Yeah, it looks like he froze. Oh
Everybody
no!
else moved. Where'd they go?
Miara's too slow. No, Miara froze.
You're too
Um,
slow.
Hopefully we can figure that out in a second. No wonder that smirk was stuck on his face.
That's just his
Yeah,
normal
right.
face.
His face is just this way. It just happens. Nothing he can do about it.
Wait, who's
Oh,
the
man.
unblinking one? Because I
Yeah.
haven't seen Ryan.
Staring
blink for like a
contest,
solid
go.
10 minutes.
Yeah. Staring contest. Get after it. Do it. I love it.
All right, should I just wait till he gets back?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
We should probably wait till he gets back.
Yeah.
It's only nice. It's only kind. He's gone, and now all of my screens are messed up. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
Gonna go to a break screen
I
until
see him.
I see
he is
green.
back.
Well,
I see
his
green.
camera.
I see fields of
The
green.
Red
Roses too. Oh my god.
Hey, Ryan. Oh, Ryan, where are you? I may have just reset his router or something.
That's fine. We'll wait. It's all good.
I'm just...
It's not like I have things to do today. Ugh. Just
Ryan.
playing.
Hello. Oh, there he is.
I thought he was going to use
Hello.
a female voice. He's not using it.
Hello.
All right.
Female voices are tough, dude. I tell you what.
It's true.
All right.
I don't know how females
Are
do
we
it.
back at it again? I don't know how females do it.
All right.
How do they have those voices? It's crazy.
All right. Everybody can hear and see me okay?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
Bud.
Okay.
See if you
I
can.
don't know what happened. My internet just jumped out of existence for 10 minutes.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
We saw a nice screenshot.
Get your token up to us, and then we'll go on.
All right, let me refresh Roll20 because it disconnected me.
Oh yeah, nice.
Feels
all
good.
the good stuff. All the good
We
stuff.
got everything good happening now. Luckily, no one's dead yet.
Yes.
Yet.
going on?
Yet.
Come on. Come on. you-
Red roses do.
I know, now it's just stuck in my head, dude. That's just there forever now.
Pages are
Sorry.
unresponsive. Are you kidding me? All right, well.
Unresponsive. Pff,
Come on.
you're unresponsive.
Apparently. God, I'm having the worst luck today.
It's all right. Patience is a virtue.
Well, so is honesty, but I got this far without it.
That's also true. God damn, dude.
I think he just called you a liar.
Well, technically,
possible.
I called myself a liar. Or was I
Possible.
lying?
Uh-oh. See, that's the problem with people who always lie. You can never tell when they're actually lying. All right. Any luck, bud?
I still don't
Moving
see him.
Really slow right now. I'm just chugging.
That's all right.
All right. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you, Roll20. There we go. Good, Roll20. Good.
Proud of you.
Good roll 20. You did it.
Good boy. You want a treat?
You did it.
The bad die rolls for a treat.
Yeah, right.
Because that's what you want from me. Oh, lordy.
Mm. You know what? Here, I'm gonna go ahead. Excuse me.
Just want
They're
to keep
neat.
her up with the party. That's a-okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go bring her up.
Yeah, because she's just keeping an eye out right now. So
Yeah. All right. Balmiar, get up there. Cool. Yeah. So okay, guys, go ahead and continue moving onward. You see that
Right.
at the edges of your vision there seems to have been some form of cave-in, and the webbing continues to get thicker and thicker.
I'm gonna have just one hand inching toward my alchemist pouch, just in case something needs to get burned.
Sure. So you're being cautious. That makes sense.
I notice his caution, and I draw my sword with my other hand that's not holding the torch.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds good.
Did you guys hear something? What? Why are you taking
There's a-
swords out?
A small pool
Purely precautionary, my friend.
is next to you. You hear the water dripping into it, and you kind of hear the rushing sound of water deeper into the cave, but it seems to be kind of faint still. Those of you with dark vision might be able to see that the webs continue to get thicker, and there seems to be either some form of bodies. I mean, if you can see it on the screen, you can see it. There seem to be orc bodies wrapped up in these webs across the way, and piles of bones near them. And then there's this cave-in of rocks to the south of you that seems to be blocking your progress in that direction.
We got to go through the web.
Maybe.
Oh, that seems to be the only way where there is additional dungeon. So my RPG instincts say if you can't go down, you have to go left.
That might be right.
Might be right. Oh my god.
Or it might be left. Ha
Ha ha ha.
Direction
Can I inspect
jokes.
the cave in and see if there's a pathway through it, or
Sure.
if there's
Make an
small enough
investigation
rocks
check.
that I can move, things like that.
What is your passive perception again?
16. And
16?
that's a crap roll. But
Investigation. You spend some time kind of like trying to peer through some of the webbing there, and it's hard to see. It seems like it's a pretty sturdy cave-in from top to bottom. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to move much of these rocks out of the way without some serious effort.
all right, well, path of least resistance. And this is a giant web that's in our way.
Yeah. It's just kind of, it's strung across like you cut down the first one. There seems to just be, some webs here as well.
All right, I'm going to operate on the assumption that the second I try and cut through this web, something is going to come down from the web and try and kill us.
Would you like to make a perception check to see if
Oh,
there's something
heck yeah.
around?
Heck yeah, I would.
Would anyone like to help him with this?
Help.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say usually I would, but I can't see shit.
too.
So it only needs one help, and he'll get advantage on his roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's just how the help
giant
action
web blocking
works.
the way. I can only assume something bad is going to happen.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll yourself that perception with advantage.
There it is.
18. Looking around and looking at this web here and looking back, you look up and are greeted with way too many eyes and way too many legs. And
Hey,
I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
I'm working on it.
So I'm gonna bring up the turn order here, and we'll
Okay,
we'll
wait.
We'll do
Select
some
your
stuff.
tokens.
I'm going to select my token.
Yep, select your token, boys. Select it. So
How did I
And
get a
And I'm going to
crit
shout
fail?
at the armored clad guy in front of me, who is Darian,
Good
and say,
Lord.
"Look, you must kill it."
yeah, so all of these things, as you guys are making more and more noise, preparing for this fight, you're all noticing the fact that there are some very large spiders in this area, and they drop down from the ceiling and seem to be very upset that you have entered their domain.
Foods.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and let me get
That's a big spider.
their initiative set up. There's a couple really big spiders over here. So that's this
I can
one.
vaguely see a couple of them too.
Yeah, I think the reason like everyone can see everything on stream if they were to go look at it is because Malikos's dark vision is stupid. So can I just tell him what that ability is,
Like it's
please?
cheap.
Yeah, go ahead.
He has 120-foot dark vision.
For fuck's sake.
It's literally double anyone else's. He can see forever in the
Good
dark. So
lord.
he sees everything that's going on. He sees some orc bodies. He sees some bones. He sees more and more webs. The dude sees everything.
But-
He sees through time and space itself.
But can he see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Maybe, man, maybe. If time and space can't stop him, maybe Cinnamon Toast
In the
Crunch
dark, no
can't
less.
either.
I hate you, Rill.
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay. So, Miara, have you been able to get into the game again, or are we
Alright,
my
still?
so
character
what's
wasn't
happening is that
honor
the map is
bound.
loading and the page is loading, but I can see a lot of things and I can't click on anything right now.
Okay, so it's just taking its time because, to be fair, this map is actually really big.
Yeah, page
and
keeps on being
it's
unresponsive too. It's like
yeah.
this is-
So,
All right.
you can see.
Whoop.
Do you have the stream up as well?
I had closed the stream out hoping that it would take away some of the processing power.
Understood.
But it seems not to be helping.
I'm not sure how to.
No, I know. I'm not. I'm just see if I could do it. I'm sorry. I need a new computer really bad.
Oh boy.
She's chugging.
She's chugging.
She's chugging. Ooh.
Chugging. Okay, so all these bad boys are now set up. Each of you have rolled your initiative except for Miara, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that.
Yeah,
because
go
it's just
for that.
literally one click.
Yeah.
See, lore-wise, there's no way. Well, never mind.
That what?
That I would get a crit fail on the initiative.
It just happens that way.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
sorry. Maybe you're really scared of spiders. Maybe
This
there's
is-
something. There's a reason that you're super scared of. Oh, that's right. Balmir doesn't get his own initiative. That's my bad.
No, yeah, it's set on mine.
Yeah, he goes on yours. Even though I rolled it, where did it go?
That crit
Why is it not
fail.
on my sheet?
God.
All right. Well, it didn't show up on my sheet, so I guess it's fine. Sort by descending. Okay. So yeah, these really large spiders have dropped down from the ceiling where these webs have been basically encompassing the entirety of this cave area over in this direction. It seems that maybe they have made the best of a situation where this cave-in had happened and it started capturing and eating things near them, or had to come through this area. So I believe giant spider number 1 gets to go. And so he, I think after he comes down here, he's going to try and ignores movement restrictions caused by webbing. That's nice. And he's going to move forward here and attempt to, he can squeeze through there. And I think he's going to get all the way up this direction.
Sure. Oh, there I am.
Yeah, he's going to come all the way up here. Womp. And he's in front of you
Okay,
guys
Lord.
behind this web. And he is going to try to basically hit one of you guys with his web. So he's here, and then he like kind of rears up, and his butt comes out from underneath. And he's going to try to hit someone with a web. And I think he's going to target the light. They don't seem to be liking the torchlight here. And I think they're going to target Darian, or at least this one is. So he's going to attempt to web you. So he rolls a 14, which I don't believe
Does
hits
not
you.
hit.
So the web comes out. Yeah, what's up?
Oh no, just real quick. My shield gives me what, 2 armor class?
Yeah, it's +2.
Okay.
I think it should be already incorporated.
No, it is, but I'm not holding it right now because I'm holding the torch. I'm just trying to.
Correct. So the
Keep
shield's
track
just
of that.
on your back,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's still, even though it still doesn't hit, so you're able to either slice it out of the air or dodge out of the way. And then another spider, this one up here, scuttles forward here, sits on top of this rock and attempts to lash out here at Malikos. And it's going to... Where is your sheet, Mr. Spider? He's going to try to bite you. He's going to... Yeah. He rolls a 21.
Oh, good lord.
Which I believe does hit you. So when struck, the target must make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw, or take 2d6 poison damage on a failsafe, or half on a successful one. Yeah. So can I get a Constitution save from you, please?
Yes.
So 24. Yeah. So it looks like you definitely save.
Damn.
So the poison it will be half, so you'll take 9 total damage here.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, that's double sixes and then a 0, so that's actually a lot. But yeah, he's able to bite you, and he leaps on you, and he gives you a big old bite, and you feel some of the poison start coursing through you, but you're able to fight off any of the negative effects of it. Yeah, so Darian, you're able to get your bearings after dodging out of the way of that webbing, and it is now your turn.
So
the web in front of you we're going to consider difficult terrain.
okay, yeah, I was
Okay,
just
so-
going to ask where kind of that
Where that starts.
starts.
I mean, you guys are kind of all along the edge of it right now. So
Okay.
if you took a step towards it, I'd say that's going to start being difficult terrain.
And you move at half speed for that?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
So instead of 5, it's 10 for every block.
How flammable is web?
I don't know.
Well,
Would
we
it be
should find
feasible?
out,
Well, okay.
because the reason I misclicked on the alchemical fire is because at 3rd level it actually goes up to 2d6.
Didn't we already fix that?
No, I didn't. That was why I misclicked. I was trying to just edit it.
Oh, okay. I thought we had already fixed that. I'm sorry.
Okay. So I would like to. What's my movement speed? 30. Okay.
Yep.
So this would be. Boop. Boop. As I run up to this spider here,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to. Can I, before attacking, toss my torch onto the web, like right here?
Yeah, you can, if you'd like to. It doesn't cost you an action or anything. So as you're running over, you toss your torch onto the web.
Yep.
Sure. So you toss the torch over. It seems to catch on the stickiness of the web that's kind of hindering your movement there, but it kind of just sticks and then sits there. And it's burning happily, but it seems to be singeing some of the webbing around it.
Huh. Thought that would help. And then how easy is it for me to pull out my shield?
It's basically in one movement you can do it.
Oh,
so you'd be
okay.
able to
And then
because
can
it's
I
on your
attack?
back. You just kind of just like do like this, and then now it's on, and you can attack.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah,
I'd say
so
it's part of your move.
Okay. I'll make an attack at the. So wait, the torch is just stuck there, like still providing light.
Yeah, it's stuck there,
Dope.
and it's providing light right
that
now.
was accidental, but you
And
know,
but it seems to be burning some of the webbing there, so it might be a problem later. But as of right now, it seems to just be stuck on the web.
it's fine. Fine.
It's okay.
All right. It's fine.
Sure.
So,
So
yeah,
you
I'll
want to
swing
strike out at this
at
spider
this
here?
sucker.
Yeah, go ahead. An 11. So you strike out with your sword, and it kind of leaps to the side or crawls down off the other side of the rock, and you kind of clang off of it, and you're unable to strike it.
Ah, you slimy fiend.
Yep. So now we have the another speeder way back here, and I believe his movement is still 30, right? So he's gonna move his whole distance. He's gonna kind of run up this way, and then he wants to. I think he wants to get his fill of something good to eat, right? So that was 30 there. I'm just gonna make sure that it's because it's slow on my end too. That yeah, okay, he definitely can. So he kind of comes around this way, and he's gonna try to get up on this gnome at some point in time. But he's used his whole turn trying to move up to you, so he's unable to do anything else. But he has dashed out from the shadows to try to get in on the action here. Miera, it is your turn. Do you have your is everything up for you?
Everything is like going like chugging really bad on this computer right now. I can't even get onto Roll20 anymore. I'm
Oh
like
no.
trying to fix it as I go.
Well, do you want to try to not use Roll20 and play off of the stream, and I can move your person?
I can try, yeah, because I'm looking at my task manager to see what's taking up so much of my CPU. and
Probably Roll20. Oh, it's Discord?
Discord's taking like 57 to 60% of my CPU.
Jeez.
Is there you might be able to turn off receiving everyone's video call and reduce the load, but
Yeah.
but I don't want you to drop your video. Does that make sense?
Yes. I'm trying to see if I can figure out where these settings are.
Let's see if
because I'm on voice and video and I don't.
I think if you
see it.
double click your picture, try that. Like your video. And it might minimize
Okay.
the others.
Okay. It's definitely minimized the others onto the other side. So let's see. I'm gonna try again.
So
see if I
maybe
can
that
roll
helps.
20, but yeah, because things seem to be moving just a little bit better right now.
Okay.
But we'll see. I apologize for
Okay.
having.
Are
bad
you using
technology.
the desktop app or the web app?
I had to use the desktop app because when I use the browser, it doesn't have a certain mic setting that allows me to actually not cut in and out.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's
That's
really
interesting.
weird. Yeah, there's like certain settings within the Discord like browser app that aren't on the desktop app.
Sure. Okay. I didn't know that.
It's very weird.
Sure. So how's that Roll20 look?
All right, everything's moving up a little bit faster.
Good.
That's
Good
for
start.
sure. But I'll jump over onto the Twitch page just in case. All right, it's loading. Oh my goodness.
If you look at my camera, I was just talking to my lamp and it was just turning on and off. Pretty great.
Why was it turning on and off while you were talking to it?
Because I was telling it to, because I wasn't sure which was better, on or off.
On, off, on, off.
And your lamp listens to you?
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
The way of the
Ow.
future.
I have
Talk
a
to your
echo.
plants.
The way of the future.
Alexa.
Any
make a
luck?
fart noise.
Well, I can at least see what's happening on the stream, but Roll20 is still loading just a little bit, so.
Okay, so let's just take a look at the stream. You can see everything that's happening there. It is your
Yes.
turn / Balmiar's turn. What would you like to do, friendo? You see some spiders in front of you. They're
Should I get that on
approaching
my token?
swiftly.
There we go.
Malikos has taken a bite, a big old bite from one of the spiders, and it seems to be hurting a little bit.
It bit me.
So I want to try to take my sickle of taking out and unsheathing that and seeing if I can hook it into the abdomen of one of the spiders and then throwing it across just to try to get it out of the way.
Do that?
Maybe. Make an attack roll with the sickle. Let's see if you even hit it with it.
Yeah, let's see if I can hit it
Okay,
with
so
the
wait, do you want me to just go ahead and make that attack roll for you?
Yeah, if you
With
would
the sickle?
please.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Sickle.
Wow.
That is a critical failure.
For
yourself in the
fuck's
leg.
sake.
We're gonna
Ouch.
so in this
Even when I'm
game,
not the one rolling.
in this game, when a critical failure happens on an attack roll, we roll a 1d20 and see how bad it gets. Okay, it's fine. You try to get the sickle out and maybe you touched a wall and some webbing had gotten stuck to your hand or something like that, and now it's like your sickle's kind of like stuck at your belt for a second, and you whip it out and you're unable to like get the spider because it's kind of weirdly stuck to your hand. So yeah, that you miss pretty handedly there.
Well, there's that.
You done
Yep.
goofed.
So after that, after
ladies and
Miera
gentlemen.
attempted to hit the spider there, Malikos, it is your turn. You've shoved the spider that bit you off of you, and you are now able to make your move, my
Right.
friend.
What I'm gonna do is I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Sleep on
Okay.
on this big one back here.
So, can you post Sleep's text in the chat? I don't believe it's targetable.
Sure. Okay. I wasn't sure.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
an AoE?
Yeah.
Well, that's even better.
So it's an AoE, and then you roll some dice, and it affects up to that dice amount worth of hit points, starting with the lowest hit points first.
And I just realized I didn't put these in my my list, so I gotta copy paste.
Sure.
So
I can
the sleep spell.
roll 5d8. The
Okay.
total is how many hit points of the creatures this spell can affect. Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within a range are affected in an ascending order of their current hit points. So
Just
you
a
can
point
cut-
on the map.
so how far is the cast range?
90 feet.
So you can cast it towards the back there, and then everything in 20 feet is affected.
Right.
If you
okay.
cast it at this point right here, it'll affect everything.
But does it affect us as well? Was another question.
Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within a range are affected in ascending order of current hit points. Yes.
Right.
It's an area of effect spell.
So
And the thing is, he rolls this 5d8, and he can only affect that many hit points total, starting with the lowest value first, which would probably be the two smaller spiders.
I'm gonna cast it. Can I do it at this point right here? Right below the big spider.
Right below him?
Yeah.
Yep, sure. So this square here. So
Yeah.
20 feet out. So you get both the big ones and this small one. Okay, sure. So
And the
go
other
ahead.
Small one, right? Oh no, I didn't.
I
get
think
that
that's 25.
one. Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, that's fine. You can do that. I'm gonna draw a shape here, and I'm gonna hold Alt and make it a thing.
Yep.
That's a
I gotta make this
4 by
complicated.
4 circle. Select. Can I select my drawing, please? Game. Hello. There we go. I believe this will allow me to see everything that you affect as well as everyone else can see. And I think it's like, right, yeah. It's probably a little bit bigger than that, but I can measure 2, 3, 4. So that way. Yeah. All right. So yeah, so it's you're gonna get all three of these guys here, and we don't really need to see it because it's not necessarily a spell that lasts forever. But you cast this spell, so roll. So you don't have sleep.
I got it in my attacks or my spell casting thing.
Okay, so go ahead and cast sleep then.
Pardon me.
Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Level 2. I cast.
So you're gonna cast it at level 2.
Yep.
So it affects 20 hit points worth of enemy right in this area. So that's easy enough. It totally this smaller spider down here, as it was kind of crawling over these webs to come to get to you guys, and it's not letting me click on anything right now. Thanks, Roll20. It falls asleep, but the spell doesn't seem to have enough of effect. 11 effect plus 20 effect. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's 20. It's 31 total. Yeah. Okay, so it's 31 total, which means, let me see one of these big ones, and then the small one. Okay, yeah. So it affects this small one here, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on either of the big ones. It doesn't seem that your magic was just not strong enough to take effect on the big ones as well as the small one there. Yeah, so that's that action. You still have your move and a bonus action if you'd like, And if I can get Roll20 to respond to me, I'm going to try to, I don't know, click on this spider and put it to sleep. It doesn't seem to be liking me.
Well, good luck with that.
Give me a second. I'm still learning this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, is it this one? Yeah. Okay. No, I'm good.
Oh, Miara, I forgot to mention earlier, did you want Balmiar to move somewhere?
Oh, he can stay right close to me right now.
Okay.
Yeah, right now.
Sure.
I'm good. I'm done.
You're good? You don't want to move away, or I don't know if there's anything else you can do. So
No, I don't want to incur an attack of opportunity.
okay, sure. So yeah, so you're able to put this one to sleep, and I'm trying to find a good little marker to say that he's sleeping.
Little teddy bear.
Sadly, there's not one, but there's not like a whole. There's not a whole lot of.
These above it.
Yeah, there's not like a Z's one. I totally thought there would be, but there's not. Super weird. Let's say this one. He's incapacitated. It's fine. So he's incapacitated for a moment. Malikos, that was your turn. So now it is Giant Spider number 2's turn. All right, this boy is mad. He's gonna attempt to get up in the faces of some people here, I think. So he's got a bunch of movement that he can take here, and he's gonna come up this way, and he's on this web now. And he's come up to be here in front of you guys. Let's see what is he gonna do? What's he gonna do? He will. Hang on, why is there not an attack or a description for this? That's so weird. So he's gonna attempt to bite out at Darian here, I think. So he makes his bite attack, and he whiffs, right? Darren, you're either able to get your sword up in the way or your shield to block it, and he just clang, and these little tendrils, right on top of your shield there, but you're able to force him back, and he's unable to hit you.
Is that a crit fail?
Yeah. But I mean,
You get a roll for something bad to happen to him?
No, because he's not a player. So the next one is this spider up north here, and I think what he's going to do. Wait, here we go. He has 30. I think he's going to come to the side here, and attempt to assist his other friend, and that is his turn there. How long does sleep last? Falls unconscious until the spell ends. Is it concentration?
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. It
How long is spell?
Say
Falls
How long
unconscious
is-
until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage, or the sleeper takes damage. or
Yeah.
until
So how
somebody
long is
can
the
actually wake
spell?
up.
Yeah. How long is the
duration
spell?
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. Sure. Cool. So we go to the next one, and I believe it's the one you put to sleep. Yep, it is. And he's just if a spider could happily snooze, he is happily snoozing. And it is now Ignas Erdrick's turn.
Throw acid on it.
All right. Well, my very first thought is going to be throw of alchemical fire at the big old spider on the web.
Yeah, sure.
This time it's actually going to be a deliberate alchemical fire attack. There.
And so I think it's a dex save for him, right? DC 14.
indeed.
Okay. So he's gonna make his dex save. So he's able to dodge out of the way there, and I believe it's no damage on save. So either the fire still hits the square, right? So it begins to burn away the webbing underneath him, but it doesn't seem to you haven't hit the spider. So some of the webbing starts to fall away behind him, and over time, as well as that torch, it seems to be burning away the webbing that they're standing on. Yeah. Is there anything else that you'd like to accomplish?
Calculate in my head the damage it might take from falling damage. So if I move away,
sure.
I'm going to incur an attack of opportunity on this spider at least.
Depending on which way you move, yes.
Well, I mean, either way, I would take, like, if I move anywhere.
I mean, you
Unless
could
I
move
s-
into him, but yeah.
Yeah, unless I,
But-
I move, like, over
Step on it.
here.
If your intention is to move away from the big one, yes.
Yeah. I mean, while I'd love to move away, I don't want to get attacked, and I'm honestly really curious why my AC is only 14 right now. Anyway, no, I'm not gonna move away. Let's see, I don't think
You're gonna
I can do
hunker down
anything else.
and be there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Giant spider number 1 here, the first guy who did a thing. He's gonna roll to see if he gets his web back. So /R1 a D6. No, he doesn't seem to get his web back, so he's gonna move forward and basically occupy this other space right here. Yeah. Now you have a bunch of big old spiders in front of you, and he is going to attempt to bite the very, very busy Darian right here with the other spider, and see if he can't do that. He rolls at 20. I believe that does hit you. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw first, and then he's going to go ahead and roll his bite damage here. So you make the save, so you take half the poison damage, so you take 4 poison damage and 9 piercing there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh wow. Okay.
Yup.
So other wolf spider, who is sitting in front of Malikos, he feels like he's doing a pretty good job here as a spider attacking this thing in front of him. So he's going to attack Malikos again with his beat day. I believe that actually hits you. Your AC is 10?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Not great.
Hold on, though.
Yeah, what's up?
I can cast shield as a reaction, right?
In general, you cast shield prior to the attack being made, but sure, so because we haven't talked about it before, you could
Oh.
definitely do that.
Okay. Well, if that's the rule, that's fine.
So, well, I mean, we haven't done this before, right? So, but yeah, in general, you're saying like I'm gonna be like this guy's gonna attack you, and be like I'm gonna cast shield,
Okay.
and then right, and so it'll increase your AC by 5 for that turn.
And
But yeah, that's fine. You can
I
go ahead and do it
use-
for this one.
unless I use meta magic extended spell, 1 sorcery point.
And that extends it. It doubles it.
It doubles the duration.
Okay, so for 2 turns, you'd have shield up.
Yes.
Okay, sure. So you cast shield, and so what does your shield look like? This spider leaps at you and bounces off of what?
Well, let's say it's a blue glowing, basically a oval.
Mhm.
Except that mine's a little different. There's like black smoke swirling in it, and kind of coming out of the sides.
Cool. I like that. So yeah, it leaps at you and it goes, and it kind of like gets hit backwards a little bit. Maybe some of the black smoke is attached to it, but it doesn't seem to be able to get to you. So cool, that works there. I think he's gonna stay there and try to do that again probably on his next turn. Darian, it is now your turn, my friend.
Okay, I'm just looking through my skills that I've never used before.
Yep. Welcome to New Character Club.
Now, can I touch myself?
Yes,
This
please.
isn't the time or place to do it,
I'm
Rob.
not sure this is the time or place, but yes.
Sorry, phrasing. Can I use
Luckily-
lay on hands on myself.
You can lay hands on whoever is consenting. So yes, you may lay
Sweet.
hands onto
What if you don't
yourself.
consent to lay hands on yourself?
No, don't do it. No. Yeah, you can lay on hands is effective on yourself. Yes.
Okay.
So how many? I think you have 15 points in lay on hands.
Sure do.
Yeah. So you can spend as many as you'd like on yourself, and I believe that's an action, right?
Yes, it is an action.
Yeah. Cool. So you're gonna use lay on hands. Just let me know however many it is.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking out loud.
Oh yeah.
I haven't
Okay. Yeah. You
decided
can.
when I'm doing it.
Sure.
Looking at everything.
Sure.
He's just thinking about touching himself.
Yes. Okay.
As you do.
God. as you do.
As you do. Okay.
I love it.
All right.
That is terrible.
Okay. So I'm going to. I'm going to swing at the big one.
16 on the large one.
Yes.
Sorry, I was reading through some of the other skills. Yeah, that definitely hits. So you swing out with your sword and you strike it. Did you the upper one or the lower one? Just so I know.
The upper one.
Okay, cool. And you strike out with your sword, and you deal some amount of damage.
Sorry, I'm just reading on how smiting works because I might.
Yeah.
Might.
So you get to use one of your spell slots
Yep.
to do a divine smite if you'd like.
Okay. I think I'm actually going to do searing.
Can you put that one in the chat for me, please?
Oh, sure.
So I don't have to go read it.
I believe it works the same way.
Probably.
Gosh, how do I
Most of the
do it?
smites are like you hit something, you get to decide what smite you're doing.
Okay, so I can cast it in the chat. I don't know how to put these. I don't know how to
description?
put spells in the chat.
It's fine.
I'm
I
not
mean,
seeing a.
you just read it to me
You'll
then?
just have to add it as like the same thing.
Yeah.
Later. That's what I have to do for my spells because I forgot.
So just read it to me real quick. What does searing smite do?
Sure. Oh god, no.
If you're going to use it, I mean, just decide what you're going to use and then tell me what
Yeah,
it is.
I'm pretty sure they function essentially the same.
should.
The next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration. Oh, during the spell's duration. So it sounds like I have to cast it and then.
What does it say the spell's duration is? I mean, does it say it's an action?
Doesn't. Wait, hang on. Sorry, this is like totally new to me.
Yeah, man, spells are crazy.
I'm not seeing a casting time or anything. I think this is actually one I had to manually enter.
Okay, hang on a sec.
Fuck it. I'll just do divine then.
I can pull it up, dude. Hang on. Searing smite. It's one bonus action, and
Okay.
it lasts for a minute on concentration.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So you can use your bonus action, and then when you hit something with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, you deal 1d6 fire damage and cause the target to ignite. And then at the start of its turn, it takes 1d6 fire damage from then on.
Okay, so I would have had to cast it.
That's fine. I mean, we can just say bonus action. You cast Searing Smite. Your sword flares to life, literally on fire now. And then you swung out because it doesn't change that you swung and hit it, right? So
Sure.
we can just retroactively say, yeah, you casted this.
Okay, cool.
We're learning about our spells here. So let's just
Yes.
remember, like next time you say, I'm going to use my bonus action to do this, and then I'm going to do this.
Okay,
Right?
perfect.
So yeah, you do that. So you strike at it. So you roll your long sword damage,
Target,
and
yes.
you get to roll 1d6 fire damage. You're one-handed using that, so it's 9 slashing damage. And 1d6 worth of fire
Oh, I'm
damage.
sorry. It's actually. Oh boy, there are so many things here. It's actually 11 with dueling.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so 11. And then
1d6.
1d6.
1d.
Yeah.
So cast at level. I would assume level 1. Yeah, because it's a level 1 spell slot, or is it asking me?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So that's how you do. That's how you do that.
Well.
You can just roll 1d6. if you'd
Okay.
like.
I assumed that was going to be the thing that I wanted it to do. Great.
If you cast it at level 2, you get 2d6.
Awesome.
1. But yeah, so it's 12 total damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is this now, and this spider, as this flaming sword comes to life, lighting the room again. Each of your companions, you can now see their faces even more clearly, and you strike out at this. Now even this spider is on fire, and will continue to burn unless he does something about it.
Burn, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's good. I don't know what to give him that means burning. That's a leaf, so that doesn't work. I'm just going to give him a red dot.
Do the fire
Yeah,
vials?
red dot.
He has a
Also
red
count?
dot. He is on fire.
Do the fire vials also cause burning?
No, because that's not in your skill.
Okay.
It does not set them on fire. Remember, it's kind of like a napalm that does a bit of burning before it peters out.
So it's like quick burning and then goes away.
Yes,
Okay.
indeed. It's enough to light a fire, but it's not enough to set something on fire,
Okay.
right? So like it affects flesh, not necessarily anything. Yeah.
How do I mark
So
slot?
nice, Darian. So that's your action and your bonus action. You can move if you'd like to.
Don't really know.
Just
where
happy. I'm just happy one of you guys got some damage down on this.
Yeah, me too.
'Cause they're not super tough.
I will stay where I am.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so you're gonna hold the front line, flaming sword, whirling around you, fighting off
sword in hand.
a bunch of these the legs here. This giant spider, noticing his companion is on fire, and actually, I think at this time some of this webbing is gonna have burned away, for sure. Especially with this spider on fire and the torch being on it. I think this web burns away. If I can get it to select for me, please. So that web over there is kind of burning away, and the one over here is definitely starting to wither. Yeah. So this wolf spider here, he's gonna attempt to run this way. He notices a big juicy cat looking thing, and he's going to attempt to attack Balmiar.
Oh no.
Yep. So he's gonna go bite him. He's gonna
My boy.
and he rolls a 16, which Balmiar's armor class is 14. So Balmiar needs to make a Constitution saving throw here. He's gonna take some serious poison damage. Ooh, Balmiar is got a spider on him, can't reach him, and this poison might do some damage here. So he takes 14 damage, 10 of it being poison, from that bite. So Balmiar, with this spider on him, is struggling now. The poison seems to be affecting him a lot more than it is you guys. Yeah. So that's that wolf spider's turn. Miera, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
So what I'm gonna try to do is get this spider off of my beloved Balmiar.
Sure.
Because I can't get at my sickle at this moment. I'm gonna
Or we
try
lose
and
another pet.
my sword with the other hand.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, your sickle's in your hand. It was just like it got stuck. So you weren't
stuck?
able to. Yeah, it
Okay,
was
I
stuck.
thought it was like stuck to its like sheath on the side.
No. So it was stuck, and you got it out. But by the time you had like attacked and got it all situated, you ended up missing.
Okay.
It was
Well,
flavor text.
Cool. I was
Yeah.
just trying to figure out
It's
what
delicious.
exactly the scenario
Yeah,
was,
just
what was
some
happening. Anyway,
delicious
well,
flavor.
Yeah, there we
So
go.
yeah, you can still utilize the sickle if you'd like to. So you want to attack the wolf spider that's in front of Balmiar here?
Yes.
Okay. So in moving away from both of these wolf spiders, they will get attacks of opportunity on you. So they can both strike out at you. Just so you know.
Oh jeez.
Because we haven't done serious combat with you before, so I'm just giving you the heads up. They will be able to attack you.
Right, so let's see. I'm just trying to see if I can get a good read on these tokens up here because Roll20 still isn't like loading for me anywhere.
Oh sure.
So I'm between. I'm like in between like a bunch of things, right? Over on the right.
So there's a spider on your right, and there's a spider kind of diagonal up left of you.
Above. Okay. Yep.
Malikos is to your
Balmiar's a
left.
handsome half-elf
Balmiar's
next to
below
you.
you. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, Ooh.
Let me read your page real quick. So would you
I
like
think
to
I'm gonna
attack
commit
something?
to what I was doing.
Cast
wait,
a spell?
Which one is being attacked by Balmiar? The one all the way to the bottom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll take the one that's at least next to me on the right.
Sure. The one on the right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one on the right.
You wanna strike out with your sickle there?
Yeah, with my sickle.
Let me read this for you. Do you already get bonus action attack
Not sure.
for 2-weapon fighting?
Let's see. I do have 2-weapon fighting as a thing.
I guess you do have bonus action attack then. I'm not sure how that works.
Aha! I have my character sheet loaded up on my phone.
There
This
you
is
go.
backup.
At least that worked. So let's go. Hang on, Ranger, and then 2-weapon fighting. I guess. See what that does. How does why do I not know how 2-weapon fighting works? Like, why have I never done this before?
I don't know, man.
That's so crazy. I think you do get a bonus action attack. Otherwise, that doesn't make any sense. With your offhand? Or maybe
Yeah,
it only...
I would figure. I don't know.
Where is the rule? Armor, expensive magic items, mounts, vehicles. Does anyone in chat know? Chat, help.
SOS.
Chat, help. 2-weapon fighting. Why do I not remember this? Because I don't know if it like you automatically get the bonus action attack, or if you have to.
It doesn't give disadvantage.
Well, I know. So the bonus, what he gets with the 2-weapon fighting is that his attack with his offhand weapon also gets his proficiency bonus. Whereas generally it wouldn't if you were fighting with 2 weapons. But I don't know if at level 3 he can also attack twice. Once on his bonus action and once on his thing. And I'm not sure. And I can't find the rule for it. Combat, maybe.
Okay, you normally get proficient with both.
Let's feature spells under the reason.
Not the damage for the second weapon?
Not know this. I'm just like blanking on it. It's so bad. When you engage in 2-weapon fighting, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack.
Okay.
So screw it. For right now, DM rules, yeah, your bonus action can be an attack if you have both weapons out. Fuck it.
Sure.
Why not?
Why not?
Cool.
It all works out anyway.
If that changes by next week, well, I'll tell you. But as of right now, screw it. 2 weapons. Go for it. Make an attack.
Cool.
You want to attack the
use
wolf spider
both.
on the right? So you're going to go sickle. Pachow!
Right.
Totally hits that spider. So figuring out that you need to, get a little situated here, you strike out with your sickle, and you deal it 4 damage, and you come back behind that, and you just slash out with your new sword. Maybe you got webs all over your hands for some reason, and now your short sword's sticking in the sheath a little bit, and you can't get it out, and you just like you poke out at it, and you're unable to get any damage on him.
Ow.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate, but that's the way it's gone.
Is this
but
supposed to
you're-
be 4 or 6 damage? Because it's the bonus damage to both weapons for dual weapon?
No, it's just so it's already included.
Oh, okay.
I've already included it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So either one, he'll roll. Just basically, it's like rolling standard, as if you were using your normal hand.
Can I get a
Right.
party with better dice rolls?
Sorry.
So yeah, that's that. Miara, do you wish to move or do anything else here?
I'm not really sure what else I can, because moving isn't gonna super benefit this.
And you've
but
already used your action and your bonus action here. I'm gonna
That
look at
panther
chat
attack?
real quick to see if.
if I use it as my main action, it can attack.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I believe. Yeah, until I get to level 5, if I ever get to level 5.
Yeah, if.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can do for right now, because I gotta try to focus on at least the one target for right now.
Okay.
So I'll call it.
Sure. Okay. So Malikos, it is now your turn. Miara's now finally gotten into fighting shape here and has struck out at one of these big old spiders.
All right.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to cast another spell.
Go for it, my
I'm
man.
going to do magic missile on the spider that keeps biting me.
Yeah, that guy's being a dick. So magic missile, I believe.
I get 3 basically
and
missiles.
they don't miss, right?
I don't
Can you-
know.
Hang on, let me
But I can cast them at different
Yeah, you get choices.
Or I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
cast them at the same one.
Yes, correct. That is for sure. Let me go ahead and just go get magic missile here and find out, because I think there's something about the.
I don't have like a hit number in my sheet, like an attack number.
What?
So I'm assuming that means it doesn't miss.
Oh, I have the stupid filters on, so I could only find paladin stuff. That was so weird. Magic. Why is magic missile not in this? That's really annoying. Let's go to the real book, shall we?
What?
Sorry,
It was
guys.
like I just couldn't find it, I guess. LM.
We had to pick the most complicated characters ever.
No, it's fine.
Magic missile, it's right here.
I can't see it on mine, so I'm just gonna read it here. Okay, 1 action, instantaneous. You create 3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice that you can see, and you deal damage. Yep, all darts strike simultaneously, and you can direct them to hit 1 creature or several. Yeah, so you don't even have to make an attack roll for it. So you just get to select which creatures you'd like to hit with magic missile damage.
Yeah, so it's gonna be that one,
Sure.
that one, and I'm gonna do all 3 on it.
All 3 on them? Sure,
Yeah.
go ahead. Roll it. Give me magic missile.
It's not rolling. Oh, never mind.
So 14, I believe that's the total, yeah? 1d4 plus 1 for each.
Plus 3.
Yep.
Yeah, plus 3.
Yep. Yeah, so you deal this, what does your magic missile look like?
I mean, all of my stuff is almost the same. So it's the blue. It's like a little, looks like an icicle almost, but it's made of
Mhm.
magic. Hits them. but
Okay,
It's
cool.
got the smoke, the black smoke coming out of it.
Nice. All right, yeah. So 3 of these bolts go just straight into this spider here, piercing through it and stabbing it through, and basically pinning it to the rock that it was sitting on, and it does die. So that does happen.
First one to kill something.
There it is. First kill of season 2. Congratulations. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Is there anything else you'd like to do in this time?
I'm going to move like over here somewhere. Where am I moving?
I don't know. I can't see you moving.
I know,
So.
I'm thinking. I'm sorry. Nah, I'll stay where I'm at. I'm good.
Yeah, we're kind of surrounded.
Yeah. They got the jump on you guys pretty good here, I think. So,
I was trying to get a good angle. That's all.
big old Spidey Spide. He's gonna. I think he's gonna try to attack Ignis here, who just threw fire at it and missed, and so he feels the heat underneath him as his web is burning away from him. And since you've attacked his home, he's gonna attempt to attack you. So he's gonna bite at you.
Oh my god.
Jeez. All right. I need you to make a DC
Hey,
11
Ignis is
Constitution
good.
saving throw.
Well,
Ready to roll a new character?
That is the first crit. Woo.
geez.
And 6 plus
Oh.
8 piercing and 10 poison damage.
God.
So he deals you 18 damage. He gets you and basically just pierces straight through your leather armor in your abdomen, and just you can feel the poison as it goes and just pumps through you. And it wow, that hurt. That really hurt. So and he comes back from his bite, and if a spider could seem satisfied, he seems satisfied. But yeah, so that's his turn. I don't believe he's going to move anywhere here. They're protecting their nest behind you, so or behind them.
Poison get the crit too.
It did.
Oh.
Yeah. So wolf spider over by Miera here doesn't like being hit with a sickle, and is going to attempt
Good.
to hit her. It's going to jump at her and try to bite her. Rah!
Come at me,
He
son.
rolls a 13. You're able to bat him away really swiftly with your sickle out still and
That's what I
knock
said.
him aside. So he doesn't seem to be able to get any purchase here. He, again, is not moving. He seems to be locked in combat. Wolf spider that's sleeping is having wonderful dreams of wrapping small insects up in its web and it gnawing on them as it digestive juices dissolve it into its body and the fact that it doesn't have blood or organs and just into its dissolved self.
Gross.
So that's his turn. Ignis, it is now your go, my friend.
Oh, finally. This was the one that bit me, right?
Yeah, the one that's right next to you on the left.
All right, but then there's this one as well. You know what? I'm going to throw fire again at the big one.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Throw some fire. And he has to make another safety save here. So he needs to make his dex check. Whatcha! 18.
on.
He dodges out of the way of the fire again. But I believe at this point in time, there's been enough fire happening on the on this web that it started to really dissolve away and stuff like that. So the web that they were standing on, kind of like and around, because it just basically covered the area, right? Seems to have dissipated enough that if you were to move over it, and I'm going to use game terms, it would no longer be difficult terrain. So there you go. The torch clatters to the floor after it had been burning, and it kind of just starting to fizzle out on the ground there. But I don't think... yeah, that's because you have your sword of fire on. You can still see, Darian, because even with that off, there's a spider that's on fire, and your sword is on fire. So you can very well see for the moment. But yeah, Ignis, is there anything else you'd like to accomplish here?
Well, let's see. There's nothing really I can do, I think.
Okay.
I think everything else I have to do, unless I can... because can I drink a potion as my bonus action or my main action?
It's I believe the way that your thing is written, it's an action to drink it.
Okay, so I can't do it as a bonus action.
Right. So there are certain healing things that are bonus actions, like healing word is a bonus action. But I don't like taking a potion itself is an action.
Oh,
I
right,
think your thing is written that way.
then there's nothing else I can do.
Sure.
Huh. So here's an interesting question.
Sure.
That maybe we should have. So many effects. Wait a minute. I'm gonna link. Whoops, that was not what I meant to do. Hang on. So something that I noticed that any creature in that area must succeed. Oh, okay. So I can't, for example, throw the vial like on the little line in between the two enemies, right?
No.
Because it
Because it
does
affects
say
one
that,
square.
huh?
It affects one square.
Yeah. So it says that any enemies within a 5-foot radius.
Uh-huh.
So and the way that Roll20 works, they can't both.
Oh, in a
occupy the same-
5-foot radius?
Yes.
Oh, we've been playing this wrong the whole time. Hey, it'd be all of this shit. That doesn't make any sense. Really?
Yes. On impact, the vial detonates in a 5-foot radius.
Oh my.
Oh, start over.
Yep, let's go back to the beginning of the campaign.
Okay.
No,
goblins, was
okay,
it?
sure, why not? So did you want to throw it in the middle? I guess I learned something today. I thought it was just 5 foot. I thought you just selected a
Just
square.
be careful. Remember, it affects you too.
It affects
Well-
everything.
So if I for example, if I were to throw it, say, on this point right here, this like in the middle of these guys, it would affect both of these big spiders.
So I'm trying to get that point, right? So it has to be a square. You have
Yeah.
to select a square. So I'm picking
So-
a point.
This one.
So this point back here?
Okay. Then yeah, that would affect them.
Yes.
Okay, then that is what I'm going to do. So the other spider needs to do a DC,
Sure.
DC check.
All right, he makes a 13, so he does not save, and he takes even more fire damage as he's even set on fire, and is
Burn,
burning
you
burning
foul
doubly
beast.
now. Yeah, I didn't realize it was. I thought it was just a square. I didn't realize it read 5-foot radius.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I didn't know the
Does-
difference until just now.
Yeah.
You guys.
Nobody in chat even mentioned it to me. I figured it out all by myself.
Well, no one can see
Buddy.
your skills, so
I
that's
know,
on
I
you. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you dealt that damage there, Ignis. It is now Giant Spider's turn. The one that is on fire. On fire spider must make a Constitution saving throw here. For Darian's spell DC. So Darian,
Yeah.
what is your spell DC?
My spell DC is
Wait, now I need to go look at acid.
definitely above that.
Your spell DC is above 18?
I think so. Or no, I'm sorry. What I meant to say was you definitely hit it, not
Okay.
above
I
that.
think your DC is 14.
Oh.
It is. Wait. Oh, he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Wait. So where's the DC?
Go to your spells page,
Uh huh.
top of the page.
Oh, it's a DC for my spells in general. It's not specific
Yep.
to the spell. Oh, okay. It's 13.
13. Okay, so he's able to save,
Wait,
but
so
I
I
think
have a spell attack bonus too.
yes,
Does that
do.
come into play with that, or no?
So spell attack bonus is basically your 2 attack if you had a ranged attack spell.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And
And if I
just
could
as an
scroll-
FYI to kind of save the campaign, the reason we never sort of figured that out about the fire is because I stopped using it and just started exclusively using acid for the longest time.
Oh,
And
that makes
does
sense.
Not explode in a radius.
Oh, it just has a square effect. Okay.
It's just, it hits a creature.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. On a successful save, it does succeed the save. The spell ends. Yeah. So it's able to douse itself of the flames. Maybe it gets some of the webbing on itself to try to, like, I don't know, or it rolls around on the ground a little bit.
Stop, drop, roll. Stop, drop, roll.
Yeah. So he's able to. This big old spider is able to stop the burning, stop the fire. And is still freaking mad at you, dude, because you set him on fire and you got a big old flaming sword in front of him, so he's going to try to bite you. And maybe because he was putting out the fire, he isn't able to bite you. So you're able to either swat him away, or maybe the fire from your sword scares him back a little bit, and he isn't able to strike you at this point in time, right?
And it's a crit fail, so he bites his tongue.
If he had it, yes, he bit his tongue. I believe this one's dead. Yep. Okay. So Darian, it is now your turn. You watch this spider be kind of wary of your flaming sword, and seems to miss an attack on you.
Okay, so I'm going to. So what's Ignis's status? Poison doesn't like paralyze him or anything until he's unconscious, right?
Poison prevents healing.
Okay.
But that's the only status effect that it has that I've read.
Okay.
So
I am going to now. Can I do an action and attack, or is that just
an attack is an action?
an attack is an action? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to use lay on hands on Ignis. I'm going to spend 5 of my points to neutralize the poison.
Sure. Yeah. So you use your action
You have
to
to spend at least 5.
I have to spend exactly 5.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so purifying using lay on hands is a 5-point thing. So he uses 5 of those points, and he lays his hand. He turns around and lays his hand on Ignis, maybe his shoulder or his head, because he's a very small gnome. And Ignis, you feel that basically that insertion of poison, it begins to recede as this light suffuses you, and you don't seem to be affected anymore by the poison.
I can actually drink a healing potion now.
Indeed.
And that is all I can do.
Okay. Do you want to move?
No.
Okay. Other wolf spider. The one that's attacking Balmiar. It sees Balmiar. It sees that it's done some damage to Balmiar, and he's gonna attack Balmiar. See if he can't take him down. He goes, ah! Well, Balmiar, being a little bit more prepared for this, Balmiar is able to bat him out of the way, and the spider hits the ground and makes a little sound, and Balmiar goes "Brah," and is unable to.
He goes, brah.
"Brah." That's how Balmiar
Bro,
roars.
come at me, son. Do you lift?
"Brah! I'm a panther, roar!" He's Balmiar, bro.
Belmier, man.
Yeah, so he bats him down and doesn't take any damage from it. Miera, it is now your turn.
All right. So I'm going to continue my attack. Oh, well, first off, because I can move Balmiar without having him take any sort of movement
From you,
action on my
correct.
own.
He moves independently, but his action is
yeah.
your action.
Right. I'm going to have him just kind of move out of the fray a little bit.
Where
so that way
would
he's
you
not...
like him to go?
I kind of want to move him to the other side of me, like above where the spider that I'm attacking is on the right.
Mm-hmm.
So we can kind of like corner it.
Okay. He will take an attack of opportunity from the spider is currently engaged with.
Okay.
But as long as you're okay with that, we can do that.
Yeah, I think that's all right.
Oh no! I just ruined your camera. I'm sorry, dude. Hang on a second.
He just
I know.
ruined your game.
I ruined it all.
That's fine. Everything else on my end is ruined. So.
Oh,
Wait, what
say
happened?
that.
Now it's actually gone. What happened?
Where
Oh,
am I?
You've disappeared.
Oh wow.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun. I'll take a second to do that. So I'm gonna move Balmiar first, and we'll move him to the top side of this spider. And so this spider is gonna get another attack on him here. So he's gonna try to bite out at him. Oh boy!
God.
So as Balmiar runs away, the spider is able to leap out and bite him, and deals him a blow. Balmiar must make a Constitution saving throw here. Crit fails it.
For
It is
fuck's
going to
sake.
Take.
Jesus.
Oh my goodness, Balmiar.
Ranger pets are safe.
Balmiar is unconscious on the ground, and because it happened over here, he's gonna be back where he was because he didn't even get to move. That attack of opportunity would have taken him down right here.
Oh my gosh.
So Balmiar is currently incapacitated on the ground.
But look on the bright side. He took some hits for us.
So he is not doing so well. He's poisoned. So because the poison was what quote unquote killed him, he resides at 0 hit points unconscious, but is unable to be healed while the poison suffuses him. And now I need to figure out what happened to your camera. Holy moly.
Oh no.
Where did you go?
I don't know
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
Joe.
Oh, it's just not even capturing the thing. That's so weird. Well, this reminds me to not touch like literally anything from the game. That's fine. That works. Now, where is this? Why is it black? No. Okay. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know. I'll have to figure it out in a second. Hang on. So let's continue the fight here. So Miera, you moved him, but you still have your attacks and stuff if you'd like to utilize them. You also have your action. You watch Balmiar fall in front of you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna get really pissed at this thing that just attacked my buddy, and I don't care if I get an attack of opportunity from these spiders. I'm trying to kill the thing that just tried to kill my thing.
Yeah.
Killed the thing.
Killed the thing.
So essentially, the way I'm imagining this is like she looks over, sees that Balmiar's down, looks up at the spiders like, "You son of a bitch!" and then just like dashes over towards him.
Sure.
Like a leap to stab him down with her sword.
Right. All right. So as you run that direction, the other spider gets to attack you. So it does gets a bite maybe on like your ankle or on your thigh or something like that. So you're gonna have to roll a Constitution saving throw here, and it will deal you some damage. So I'm gonna roll your con save real quick.
You.
Yeah. Con save. Oh boy.
Wow, DC interference confirmed.
Fuck's
Oh
sake.
boy. Oh boy. So you take 7 piercing and then 9 poison damage pumps through your veins.
Jesus Christ. So
yeah,
that
that's
brings me to just
not
that's
ideal.
just flat.
So you're down to 12. So you know. Yeah, you have 12 hit points remaining, but you're still able to move. So you can complete your move over where that wolf spider is, and do your action here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there. Still,
I have
continue
no
my
idea
strike.
what happened to your camera. Like, where did you go?
I don't know. Maybe is it because of the setup that I had to do for it? Like,
No. It's all me. It's all me.
Am I
don't
just
know
not
what
even
happened.
showing up on your Discord? Or...
Correct. Well.
Oh yeah, you're just gone.
What?
And now I changed all the filters, and that was a mistake because that wasn't it. That's not what it was.
Oh no.
Yeah. This is good. This is real. This is good stuff here. This is quality entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% the best. You're not gonna get any better than here.
No. Okay. I'll fix it. I'll continue to try to fix it, but that's what you take. So you're gonna move down to this wolf spider here, and you wanted to attack it twice with your sickle and your sword.
Yes.
Right. Oh boy. All right. The sickle. Maybe you stumble from the poison a little bit, and you're unable to connect with the sickle, but the short sword is able to connect with the spider, and you're able to deal it some damage there. So you pierce it, but unable to kill it right away.
Worst dual wielder ever.
I mean, I'm the one rolling, so I'm sorry. It's all me. I'm sorry.
No, honestly, I'd probably be getting worse if I was rolling.
Oh no.
You never know.
I have no what happened to your... Okay. I don't know how to fix your camera right now, dude, and I'm a little concerned about it, but that's fine.
Should I
all right, so
hang up and get back on?
I don't know. I don't think so, because it's my side not capturing your window for some reason.
Oh, it's
capturing everyone else's. It's just not. It's not working with yours. Like
That's
you're
funny.
up on Discord. It just doesn't want to It doesn't want to actually do anything.
That's fine. I can hide away
So-
in the darkness.
I'm super sorry. I don't know why this is happening.
We're getting Darian's vision, so it's super dark because he doesn't have dark vision. So
Yeah, totally. Yeah. That's what it is. Okay, so that completes your turn here. So Malikos, it is now your turn, my friend.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just use my cantrip. What is it? Can't think of the name of it now.
Is it on your spell sheet?
Firebolt.
Yeah.
For this spider here, the one that attacked him when he moved.
Okay.
So.
So this spider is currently in range of you here. So I was going to say you'd have to make it with disadvantage because it is a ranged spell attack. But regardless, that does not hit. So you're able to you cast your firebolt and maybe this big spider behind you gets a leg on you or something like that, and your fireball goes wide against the spider here.
Okay.
Okay. Would you like to move or anything else?
No.
Okay. Big ol' giant Spider-Man is real focused on taking down this dude that keeps throwing fire at him and his friends. So he's going to attack Ignis here.
Ah.
Jesus, dude. Why I'm rolling so well for the enemy and not you guys? I'm sorry.
Interference.
Yeah.
Oh, there
okay,
you
so
go.
you make the save, but you still take 10 piercing damage.
Jeez.
Okay, so how much is that? Half?
And 5. So
Okay,
you take
so
15 total damage.
Well-
Yikes!
geez, I'm gonna die.
It's I hope
I'm
not.
gonna die first.
I really hope not. Okay. Cool. So that's giant spider's turn. If a giant spider could chuckle, he'd be chuckling. Other giant wolf spider who's sleeping. Super. Oh wait, no, this is the other one. Okay. The one that just got a firebolt thrown at it leaps forward at the source of said firebolt and attempts to attack its originator. So it bites out at Malicos here. Jesus, dude. So roll your con check. Okay, you make the save, so you take 10 total damage.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Scared.
Sure. So that's that wolf spider's turn. Other spider is still sleeping happily. He's fine. He's dreaming of little buggies and wrapping them up tight. Ignis, it is now your turn, bud.
Well, I was gonna throw another firebomb at him, but now I really gotta heal myself, so I'm just gonna drink myself a healing draught.
Go for it.
Which now does 2d8 healing, by the way. That was one thing that we also didn't fix.
You say we? I don't read your class for you. So
me, what's the difference?
I don't say we.
It's the
Don't
royal
read.
we.
I don't read your class for you. I'm so sad that Professor Sacram's fucking camera's gone. I don't know how to
sad
fix
I
this.
can't roll a good number to save my life.
Day, guys.
Every other.
I'm so
You rolled
sad.
a 1 and a 2?
Yeah.
Somebody
That's
check
a
these
three.
check these
Wait,
dice,
what?
please.
That is unfortunate. So you
Methinks the dice are weighted.
methinks I have no control over that.
I don't know.
I don't know. When Roll20 loaded up for me earlier today, it was like not tampering with the dice or randomizing dice, sort of.
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of.
Okay. Excelente. I just realized that was covering everything too. I can't do anything about this camera right now. I'm super sorry. All right, Ignis, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nothing else I really can do.
Everyone has the option to run away.
Cross my heart, hope to die.
All right, big old spider north of Darien here is gonna attempt to gonna try to bite at you, Darien. That's what he's gonna do. He leaps out and just fucking hits.
That's a hit.
Yeah, can you make a con save for me, please, Darien?
Sure can.
Oof. Nice. Okay, cool. So you take 13 total damage. Yeah.
Darien is down.
Darien is down.
Okay.
All right, Darien. You're unconscious. But you're not dead. The poison is what brings you to 0. So you're at 0 here. So you're down. Okay.
I think we're going to be eaten by spiders.
Again, I hope not.
Is this how we die? Is this how we fall? Is this how we die fall?
Oh God, don't do that now. I'm still super sad about your stupid camera. Why is it working?
Oh man.
So because I know I'm gonna get a lot of blame for this, right? Because I designed the encounter and shit, but
That's where I'm at.
the encounter is actually listed as a medium to a hard encounter for 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's definitely on the edge of hard.
right, but it's definitely not a deadly encounter.
No.
So
I think we
feel that way, my friend.
To be real though, it's a lot of the.
It's medium or hard for characters that are level 5.
3 levels? 3 level 3 and 1 level 4 character. I'm gonna put it in again because now I'm super worried that I fucking did math wrong.
Feels bad.
It's a hard encounter.
It is.
Sucks. All right.
It is hard.
There you
That's
go.
for
Rolling
sure.
really bad too.
Okay. So yeah, that big old spider put you down. And it's gonna step over its brethren here and square up with its the other living wolf spider here to attack Malicos on its next turn if it gets to that. Yeah. Okay, so that's Darian. Darian, it's now your turn.
Yay!
Lucky
I'm
for
having so much fun.
lucky for
I'm
you,
not
Rob.
panicking.
You're at 0 for poison, so there's no death saves to make.
Cool.
You're just unconscious. So there's that. I know, right? It's great.
You look like your character probably feels.
Yeah. He's just getting. Oh man.
You're so close.
Jeez. Okay. Sorry, Darian. Would you like to move? Oh no. No. Okay. Giant wolf spider in front of Miera here is definitely gonna attack Miera because she sprinted over at him. So he bites you.
My cat.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me? Well, guys, it's been nice playing with you.
Roll a con save for me, please. Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
You have to roll it for him.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I keep forgetting that I have the thing up.
Crit.
Con save.
I mean, I can look at my sheet. I just
Oh
don't
my
know
God.
how well. Would I get like a 2?
That's literal. It's a nat 1, which I think is what I rolled the first time for that. So I'm really fucking confused. Oh my god. I've rolled so many crit fails for you. No, but see, I've crit failed for the spiders too. Like, fucking dice, man. Fucking dice. All right,
But
you
the crit
take.
fails don't hurt the
Just hate
spiders
me.
as much as they do us.
And somewhere in the afterlife,
You haven't gotten
McSwiggins
hurt
is
from a crit
pissing
fail.
on somebody's grave.
Yeah.
He's pissing on the rest of the party.
So you take 8 piercing damage and 18 poison damage.
I'm way past 0.
Yeah, no. Well, your poison only brings you to 0.
Okay.
You're currently
I'm
at
unconscious.
0. You're on the ground, in poison coursing through you, and you have been knocked unconscious.
So is the only one still awake Malikos?
No. Both Ignis and Malikos are
Okay.
up.
For
but
now.
For now, Miera, would you? Oh wait, Miara's on the ground. So Malikos, it is currently your turn. This shit has gotten out of hand. What would you like to do?
Feels bad.
Well, let's see. What do I got in my bag of tricks here?
I hope you got one hell of a fucking trick, man.
Let's see, how does this
We should
work?
incorporate stunting.
This is
Where-
dudes.
This is bananas.
Why are your this fucking camera? Fuck.
Everything that could go wrong is going wrong.
That's happening. Yeah. Oh my god.
All right.
What do you got, bud? Lay it on me. And hopefully it's resurrect dead spell.
It is not.
Is
And I
is
feel like I'm
Cybermen explode?
I'm pretty sure that I and Ignis will be hit with this as well.
Is it the Cybermen spell?
No. This spell is called Shatter.
Oh wow, that's right.
You took my advice.
Like our hopes and dreams.
Can you put
Yeah,
Can you put Shatter in the chat?
The thing in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range. Each creature within 10-foot sphere centered on that point must make a con save. Take 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half for success.
Huh. Let's see. If you were to do it like if you were to do it, say here, then it would
15,
hit the 2 big spiders and not us.
10-foot radius.
I mean, maybe it'll wake me up.
Can't wake up.
Wake me up inside.
Can't wake up.
I can't do it without hitting myself.
Yeah, you'd hit yourself from there. But if you go from here, Yeah, that's
with your brother,
you
right?
could attempt to move and reposition yourself.
No, I'd fail that.
Well, so you could move to the opposite side of the spiders
Oh, we
in
don't
this
fail.
in oops, I have the wrong thing selected. Like right here. And you would not incur an attack of opportunity from them because you're still in range. You could attempt to cast from there.
Okay, I'm gonna move over here, like you said.
Okay, and then attempt to hit
and
them.
Cast it.
I mean,
Here.
he's unconscious, so I'm assuming that he doesn't hear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
What the crap are you doing?
I'm gonna cast
Well, I
Dying.
can't be seen, so
You're casting. You're going to cast Shatter.
Yep.
Okay.
Where all the arrows are coming from, because people are clicking.
What is it? Oh,
So it'll hit the. From what we've seen, it'll hit both the big ones, right? Does it hit the small one as well?
Yes. It does not hit the small one.
Okay, so it hits both the big ones and Darian. So this is where we have to decide. A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range. So it's thunder damage. It's not. It's like the impact of a lightning bolt, and then the wave of that damaging things.
I mean, it hurt if he woke up. He might have tinnitus.
Darian, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, along with these spiders.
Sure, kick me while I'm down.
It's more like they threw a lightning bolt in your general area while you're down. And so what is your spell save DC, Malikos?
14.
Okay, so
Praise
Darian
Cthulhu.
succeeds. Darian succeeds, and one of the spiders succeeds. But you can go ahead and roll that 3d8 damage, thunder damage, and
Yep.
hope you roll high, but not high enough to kill Darian. So 13 damage. What is the zero? Is that 0 for sorcerer points?
Not sure.
It says rolling 0 equals 0. So
I don't know what that is.
okay. So the let's see. So this spider is. What's it? 13. What's? Oh, whoops! I have the wrong thing selected. Hang on. Okay.
Which spider took a whole bunch of damage?
The northern one. So the northern one, having failed to throw, basically explodes outwards from after the impact. Its legs flying off in different directions, and the gore of the spider striking you, and it dies. It dies. The other one takes the half damage from the shatter spell, and he how many is this? There. Okay. And he takes some damage for it. Darian, because you are unconscious and this has struck you, but you have succeeded the con save, I'm gonna say it's 1 death saving throw. Just because it hits you while you're down. And it because you're at 0, like I don't know how to do this other than like but it's a ranged attack, spell effect. I'm just gonna say 1 death save fail. Okay. But this might put you on the path to having to make death saves. And I don't know how to do this. So like, I don't know how this effect works. You're down. You're in range. I don't know. I think for right now you fail 1 death save. Right. Okay. All right. So that's Malikos. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No. Actually, wished I would have said something earlier, but no.
Okay. Sure. So, giant spider that is still alive, still sees Ignis in front of him, is really annoyed at that loud noise that hurt it so badly, but I think it's still very focused on taking Ignis down for its next meal. Fucking rolls a
Push Sam
19.
down. There's no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. So you go down again to the poison. Yep. Okay. And it having brought you down, sees the last thing still standing here, and it I think this one actually begins to start wrapping Ignis in web here. So it's taking the rest of its turn to start wrapping Ignis up. Because it doesn't really care about its fellow spiders, but it's definitely going to start doing that.
Goodbye, everybody.
Let's see, Wolf Spider. Wolf Spider here, seeing that all of this shit is going down, seeing that the big one has died. Let's see, how many of them are left? 1, 2, 3. The big one's still up. I think they're satisfied. I think it starts trying to wrap up Balmiar with web.
No.
Right? So he moves this way, and I'm gonna give. There's a choice to be made here. For Malicos. Malicos, he's going to move away from you. You can strike out with a melee attack as a reaction if you'd like to, but he's going to start wrapping. It's actually both these wolf spiders, isn't it? Yeah. So each of these spiders has basically picked a victim, and it is going to start wrapping them in web.
Now, if I were awake, I would be screaming, "Run! Get help!" But I'm not.
So if you would like to make an attack of opportunity on the one that moved away, can.
Nope.
Okay. So that's the wolf spider's turns. Ignis, you're down. That's big dead spider. Darian, you're down. But you're not wrapped yet. You're not being wrapped up. That's sleepy wolf spider. Miera is down. Malicos, it is your turn. I love how close Rob is still to the camera. He's all up in, he's like getting up in my grill, man, trying to start a fight. I didn't do this.
Maybe like turn it down to easy mode for future encounters.
Okay, and have you guys blow through like you did previously? Maybe,
We'll
but
see
like,
if we even
I
blow
think then we
through.
just got lucky. I think we just got lucky. But also, that was a different party with some really damage-heavy players.
yeah, and you have some good damage dealers here as well.
Who failed to deal damage.
That's dice. It's dice rolls. Malicos, make the call, bud. What are you doing?
Well, my character is concerned with himself, so he's running.
So you can move your run speed is 30, right? And then or it's 35.
30.
I can't remember. 30. And then you can use your action to make a dash if you'd like to continue running.
Yes.
So you get 60 feet of move.
Oh my goodness.
And you can get out of town here, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, as Q pointed out, this time we do have a spellcaster who killed 2 of them. This time around, the melee's kind of been sucking.
Yeah, it's a lot of dodging by the spider too for some of that fire and stuff is definitely hurts you guys.
Yeah. Although on the plus side, I did learn that the fire vial is an AoE, and so now it's a good deal more useful.
It's
All right.
definitely
60.
different.
Or
Okay.
60.
Okay, so for all of us here, I think we make the assumption that combat here is now over. Malicos is leaving the combat area, and you guys don't necessarily know the fate of your player characters. You're unconscious, and I need. Can I get 1d4 rolls from the ones that are unconscious? So Ignis, Darian, and then I'll roll for
All right.
for Miera here. So it's just 1d4.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So in approximately an hour, depending on how much this poison has gotten into your veins or how much they're giving to you guys to keep you unconscious, you'll wake up in an hour. To what happens in that end, we'll have to find out next week because it is now 6:30, and I believe this is a good enough time as any to call for today's session.
I just want to point out that if his character does run outside and just start screaming, "Oh God, you have to help us!" the NPCs, whoever it was, like Goldtooth, it would probably just say, "You've been in there for 2 minutes. What did you do?"
You're not
Yeah.
saying there were spiders.
Yeah. So we'll have to see in that regard.
Oh my God! You know, it's because I couldn't play music.
I don't think that's the reason, but
Well, I'm gonna play.
you're more than happy to, or more than welcome to go get headphones of any type and then play all the music to your heart's desire. So in this case, I'm sorry, Professor, I cannot fix your camera.
That's okay.
I'm super
I'll be
sorry,
an
dude.
ominous voice. I'm a little ghost.
I mean, this is kind of a stupid question, but did you try changing his source to something else and then changing it back?
Yes.
Okay, that's always the first thing I do.
Yep.
All
So, all right, we'll call this a session and let's do some shout outs. So Rob can go get another drink because he's gonna need it. Rob,
Hello.
where can the good people of the world find you?
Here I am, alive, probably. I am Rob. I do things on YouTube and Twitch. In fact, in, I don't know, like 20 minutes, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/bonus_stage_Rob. I'm playing the Jackbox Party Pack because that's what I do on Sundays. I just party with people. But if you're hankering for more Rob and some other people, like my girlfriend and my best friend, go on to Bonus Stage Heroes at youtube.com. Ow, I hit the mic. That's my sign out. I've had one beer. I'm not even drunk. I'm just delirious from the poison.
Yeah, no,
That's my
that makes sense.
excuse.
And you know, I used to be Rob's best friend until today, and now clearly that's not the case. So, Rel, I'm going to switch off that camera so I don't have to stare at Rob's eyes anymore. Rel, where can the people find you?
It's the look of hate.
oh my God, it's me.
Yeah, I said Rel.
I'm there.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow. Well, I'm going to go down the list then. I'm Rel. I do concise reviews of games focusing on is it worth your money? And you can find me on Twitter at Rel Let's Play, on Twitch, twitch.tv/Rel Plays, and I'm going to be streaming some retro games tomorrow for my SNES Classic. And you can find me on YouTube, my reviews and otherwise at youtube.com/Rel Plays.
Excellent. Let's do the Professor. Even though you're just a black screen. Professor, I have all your stuff up on the screen though, so it's still important.
Alrighty. Are we going? All right, I see it now. All right, so
Yeah.
if you actually want to try to see me on Twitch or anywhere, you can check me out at twitch.tv/prof_saccharum, and then if you want to see anything else I do on YouTube, you can check me out there at youtube.com/Professor Saccharum, or just look up Pokemon Planet and like Pokeology or stuff like that, and you can probably find some of my stuff there. So there's all that. It's a lot of Pokemon stuff.
That is a lot of Pokemon stuff. Cool. All right, Couch. What's up, bud?
What's up? I am the CouchBum, aka CB, and you can find me on twitch.tv/TheCouchBum and at youtube.com/TheCouchBum. Getting confused. I really have to go to the bathroom. This is why.
Yeah, good thing we're wrapping up.
And you can follow me on Twitter at TheCouchBum and find all my stuff there.
Excellent, excellent. And I'll do mine real quick. You're on my channel anyways, but you can also just follow for all of the schedules and stuff on my Twitter at Runaway Robot YT. You can see me stream here on this channel. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow night, but not this evening. And then all of the VODs for this game, as well as other things, are up on the channel for and on YouTube / Runaway Robot. And I believe that that might do it for us, boys. Fuck, man. We'll find out what happens next week on DieFall, because maybe everyone didn't die.
Sweet Dragon Ball Z reference.
Yeah, yeah. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Thanks, dudes, and goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.